Hey guys, listen. So we're here in Houston. We've got a Super Saturday that's taking place right now. We have Tracy Fisher that's up. I'm about to go in so you guys can see what's going on. So make sure you are commenting, you're tagging, and you're sharing with everybody. Let them know that we are up, we are rocking, we are rolling. We are so excited about It Works and the impact that we're able to make in the lives of so many people all over the world. So I'm gonna step into the room so you guys can join in on our Super Saturday that we're having here today. Okay, check it out.
Never make your minimum your maximum. The company says 2 customers and they release the bonus. 4 customers, they give you $100 in free product, right? 5 customers, you get $150 in free product. But never make my minimum my maximum. Listen, I want Team Houston guys to be recognized for how talented we are in acquiring customers.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Listen, I want us to be recognized not because we're awesome recruiters, and we are. We got some great recruiters
Yes,
here. Trust me, we do. But I want us to be recognized because, man, what are they doing in Houston, Texas, with all these customers these guys are getting, right? And so, as I talk to our leadership team, we're going to be coming out, guys, with something called the 20 Customer Club.
Yes.
The 20 Customer Club.
All right.
And the 20 Customer Club, you're going to have what I call a 20 Customer Club lapel pin that you'll be able to wear proudly because, listen, it's not enough to just talk about it. It's not enough to talk about it. But can you imagine when you come to a Team Houston event on every other week, as we have our meeting starting here, as you come here, can you imagine that when you're wearing your outfit and you have that 20 Customer Club, because remember, people don't do what you say, they do what you what?
You do.
They do what you do. And so we're going to be known as the team that, listen, you're in the 20 Customer Club? Yes. That's going to be the standard to be a part of this Team Houston family. That's going to be the standard, okay? All of our top leadership guys. Now, will everybody do it? No. Trust me, we're going to have the average, we're going to have the below averages, but then we're going to have the top tier of us. We're going after the 20 Customer Plus Club members, okay? And we'll have those lapel pins approved. Now, customer acquisition, for all the guests, all of our new business partners, guys, customer acquisition is everything. Every great company acquires customers. Every great, whether you're an insurance company, but I worked in insurance for 4 years, and guess what? We had to have customers.
That's
We
right.
have to have customers, right? Whether you play in the NFL, you have to have butts in those seats to watch you perform. So every great company has that. So we talked about the process. Mr. B just talked about becoming a product of the product, host home meetings. This is your process, right? Customer acquisition. Those who are not interested in the business, will become your customers if you ask them to. Okay? It's okay for you not to want to do the business, but please support me and try out the product. Now, we're going to give you some, what I call leaning on the relationship nuggets here in just a few moments. What is it that you're going to say when you're acquiring a customer? Remember what your goal is, guys. Your goal, immediately, if you don't have 5 customers on the books right now, immediately, guys, let's set the goal quickly to get 5 out of the way. If you're just getting into the company, if you're brand new today, you have 24 to 48 hours to at least put 1 customer on the books in order for you to qualify for the $150. Let me say that again. If you're brand new today, you have 24 to 48 hours to put at least 1 customer on the books, right? In order for you to qualify for the $150 when you total up 5 in your first 30 days. But your first one must be acquired within 24 to 48 hours. Everyone got that part? You got that? Now, if you do not do that, but you end up with 4 customers, you at least get $100 in free product. That's important. Now, when I'm acquiring a customer, what do I say? Listen to this, guys. Every customer that you talk to, if you personally know them, that's a part of your 100s list. Remember, on that 100s list, you're looking for 50 customers, right? People what I call potential customers, and 50 potential business builders when you're writing your 100s list, okay? Could you do me a huge favor? Everyone say that. Could you do me a huge favor?
Could you do me a huge favor?
Say it again. Could you do me a huge favor?
Could you do me a huge favor?
Listen, get good at asking this question.
Yes.
Guys, get good at asking this particular question, okay? If I can give you something all natural for your health and it has absolutely no side effects whatsoever, can you help me out in my business and try one of our amazing products just for 90 days?
That's good.
Can you do me a big favor? If I can give you something all natural for your health with no side effects, would you help out my business? There's the key term, guys. Do me a huge favor and help. You have to say the word help when you're acquiring a customer. Because if you don't say help, now you sound like a salesperson. But if you can say, could you do me a huge favor? Listen, I'm just launching my business. If I can give you something all natural for your health, and it has no side effects whatsoever. Now listen to this, guys. Even if you incorporate some of your reason why into this story, you see what I'm saying? Could you do me a favor and just try out one of our amazing products just for about 90 days? Just support my business. Always remember this. When you're acquiring a customer, move with a sense of urgency.
Yes.
Don't do it casually. Remember this statement. If you do the business casual, you will end up a casualty. You heard me? If you do the business casual, you will end up a casualty eventually. Don't do it casual. Have a sense of urgency when you're acquiring your customers. In other words, have a I gotta do it right now mentality. Let me get this done right now. Let me get my 5 right now. Let me get my 10 right now. Mentality when you're building the business. So this is just some of the lingo that you will use, but make sure you pay attention to, do me a favor, help me out. Please support my business. Try it out for me. Does that make sense, guys? Now, I want to do something a little bit different here real quick. When you acquire a customer, I don't care what type of customer you talk to, you are going to run into these type of apples right here. Every customer, I put them in a category of an apple. Either it's a red apple, a green apple, or a rotten apple. Red apple say yes, sure, I'll try it, no problem. That's a red apple. I will try it out for you, no problem. I want to support your business, no problem. Spend 80% of your time looking for and talking to those type of people, 80%. Okay, 80%. Now, 20% of your time, guys, when you go into a grocery store, you're looking for a nice shiny apple. Sometimes that apple is not quite red yet. It may be on the greenish side. It hasn't really turned yet, right? Green apple spends 20% of your time talking to those individuals. Those are the people that's going to be very question-oriented. So they're going to ask you, what's in the product? What's in the greens? What's in Coca-Cola?
Right.
But you drink it every
She
day.
would have known everything.
So my point is, guys, here's my point behind that. It's okay for us to have some knowledge of certain products. It's okay for you to do that, but don't feel like you have to be a scientist of the products.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because now you start to sound like a salesperson.
Yep.
My opinion, guys, is that find products on here that you can say, listen, do me a favor, sample this. Try this out. Let me know how it tastes to you and how it makes you feel. You understand what I'm saying? Lean on the relationship, try it out for me, sample it out for me. Just let me know how it makes you feel. Right. Okay? Very, very important. Now, 0%. Notice if I have 80-20 talking to greens and reds, how much do I have with a rotten apple?
Nothing left.
A rotten apple is someone who says, no, I'm not going to support you. I don't care what you're doing. You doing one of them things? No.
Yep.
You ain't going to make no money with that stuff. Okay, here's the deal, guys. Spend 0% of your time talking to those individuals.
That's
Listening
right.
to those individuals. How many of us would agree that some people are so negative they can walk into a dark room and develop? You understand what I'm saying? And if people are that negative, guys, let me tell you something. If you allow yourself to listen to that negativity, they will snatch your opportunity right in front of you.
They sure will.
So you have to divorce that conversation quickly. Divorce that conversation whenever you're talking to someone who's negative. And you don't have to say, you know what, they told me about you. They told me you were right now. They're going to identify themselves as right now based on the conversation.
That's
But when
good.
you notice it's a rotten apple, just say, you know what, I got to leave God. I got to go. You know what, I was just practicing on you guys.
That's a good one.
But you got to get out of it.
Tracy, repeat that part about what you just said about practicing so they can hear.
Which part, man?
Without the practice.
Okay, here's what I was saying. If you notice a person is a rotten apple, look at your time. You know what, I have a meeting. I was just practicing on you. Don't worry about it. I appreciate it. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, guys, don't try to convince a person to try your product.
Right.
Remember this statement. Those who are convinced against their will is of the
Same opinion still.
You understand? Those who are convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. So, therefore, I'm not trying to convince you to try my product. I'm asking a friend for a favor. Now, if I ask a friend for a favor, Ms. Gully, if I ask a friend for a favor, and you don't support me as a friend, I'm going to question our friendship.
All day long.
And you have to have that same attitude when you're looking for your customer. You understand what I'm saying? And if you don't have at least 5 people like guys that will do you a favor just because we're friends, sometimes we have to check us.
Okay.
Who am I talking to? Right?
Check yourself.
Build a signed client base, guys, within 48 hours. We talked about 7 customers. Within 7 days, you want to have 10 customers on the books. Remember, our whole goal in Team Houston is 20 customer club. 20 customer club, guys. Let's get 20 customers. We're going to develop these lapel pins. As we're doing our meetings here in Houston, as we're doing these Team Houston meetings, and we're looking for our location right now, I'm telling you, this baby is going to grow, and it's going to grow fast. There's something about synergy in a room. There's something about bringing all of us together in a room. And what happens, guys, when we all come together in a room and we add another person, and we add 2 or 3 more, that sucker starts to grow. And then momentum starts to steamroll. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And all of a sudden we have these little, and I like to call this, the Team Houston meeting will be the business model for how things are done around the country. I'm telling you right now. That's what
I like that.
It will be the business model. Okay? Guys, here's what I want to do real quick. Before I bring up my superstar partner real quick, guys, listen. Before I bring her up real quick, here's what I want to do. There are a few of you guys who have what I call favorite products. Every one of us have favorite products. Yeah. Every one of us have favorite products. Yes?
Yes.
How many of you guys can give me one story about a coffee, about the coffee? Just give me one good story about the coffee real quick. Tell me what you like about the coffee and how do you mix your coffee. Give me one story about your coffee real quick. Miss Stephanie?
Actually, I was not even a coffee drinker. I have never drank coffee. Never been I smelled it. But anyway, I tried. Well, it smelled good, but I was just never a coffee drinker. And so Mr. Gomes was always boasting and bragging about the keto coffee. And I actually made a cup of coffee, and I love to put the chocolate greens in there that Mrs. Gale talked about. And it just tastes like a chocolate mocha. So it doesn't really taste like coffee to me, but it is awesome with the chocolate greens in it.
Awesome. Coffee with the chocolate greens.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, can I tell you? Okay, so I'm pretty new. I'm not a coffee drinker, but when I brought my keto coffee to work, I work in a PD clinic. I'm a nurse also. I had my frother with me because I knew it mixed it better.
What?
My frother.
Oh, your froth. Okay.
I brought that with me to work. So I'm in the lounge and I'm making my keto coffee. Everyone's drinking coffee. I said, y'all need to taste my coffee. So I mixed it up. One of my doctors, she said, she tasted it. She said, I need to put a little sugar. Well, I didn't put anything in mine to make it look like, and I'm not a coffee drinker. I was like, it's just good by itself.
Right.
So they added a little creamer. They added a little sugar to it. But one of the nurses who's going to be my customer actually said it gave her energy the whole day.
Yep.
She really wasn't hungry, so I am growing my little customer base from work. And one of my doctors was my #1 customer.
Wow.
What?
She got 2 products. She doesn't cook, so her greens, I got on the greens because she doesn't cook best. She doesn't cook. I told you don't eat right, and you know all the
Is she a doctor? Is she a doctor?
All of this bad stuff is in your gut, and you need to move it out. So she did the greens and the coffee for me. So,
Awesome.
Awesome. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a little statement I heard from my partner. Watch this, guys. How many of us, when you drink your coffee, you put nothing in it? You just stir it up, nothing in it. So now watch this here. How many of you every now and then you'll put a little French vanilla?
Yeah.
No. Little chocolate, little French vanilla, stir it up. So watch this, guys. Watch this. If any of your customers say this, I've tried it and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Baby, that's your fault. Listen to this. Mix it till you fix it.
Mix it till you fix it.
Give me one other product, guys, that you like. What? Just one of your favorite
Collagen.
products.
Look at her.
Collagen.
Collagen.
Fat fighters.
Fat fighters. Miss Gully, give me one good story. Why do you like the fat? Why do you like the fat?
Well, I mean, y'all have good food, so I'm not gonna come to an It Works and then eat all those carbs and fat. Even though it was good, I'm gonna keep my fat fighters in my purse, so it's a move.
That's good. Good
And
stuff.
pay my 40-pound weight loss.
40 pounds. That's a 3-point shot right there. That's good stuff. Miss Gail?
I just wanted to say I like sweet, and if you get your Go Greens chocolate, mix it with some almond milk, put a little ice in it, and shake it up. That'll be your dessert.
That's right. You're right. You're right about it. Yep. You're right about it.
So Miss Gail, you said the shake, right? Did you? I'm
No, the greens. The chocolate greens.
chocolate.
Hey, Anita.
Chocolate greens.
Almond
A
milk,
little almond milk.
put some ice
Put a
in
little
it,
ice on
shake
it.
it up. It's gonna taste like chocolate milk, but it's really so luscious. It's like a dessert for me.
Yeah. Hey everybody, I see all y'all jumping on. Make sure you're tagging. Do some watch parties. Share with everybody. We're so excited. Y'all can tell the energy in this room is amazing.
Come on now.
You take that vanilla shake
Okay.
Uh-huh.
and you drop your collagen in there.
Yeah.
You said take the vanilla shake,
Uh-huh.
okay? And the collagen, wait a minute, hold on. So that means you have to have collagen at home in order to do it, right? Wait a minute. So,
I mix it up and put a little ice in there, blend it up. Y'all don't even know what's about to happen.
Mr. Adam, wait a minute, watch this. So, I can't do that if I get the $20 pack though. I can't.
With the kid.
I can't do that if I. So I have to have this.
You do?
And I have to have a collagen, which
Yeah.
has samples inside the collagen. And you said mix it up?
It's a dreamsicle.
And just really, really quick, I don't know who all goes on the It Works global website, It Works official Facebook page.
Yeah.
If you'll go to the official Facebook page, click on videos, Carla Burns, every Tuesday she does Fit Tip Tuesday. And they save the videos. So, what this young man is talking about, she did a whole segment on vanilla cream, and that's what that is there. But, not only that, she did a thing I watched the other day, Rap, Repeat. They actually did a rap on a gentleman right on the site. I learned about Confianza on the site. There you can get some excellent training. She does something every single Tuesday, and they save the video. So I'm just saying, if you want to learn more about these fantastic products, go to the It Works official Facebook page. The videos are right there. I mean, absolutely incredible.
Awesome. Awesome. One more real quick, guys. My wife is right here. Go ahead.
And just a heads up, everyone in the room who are distributors should have the Live Fit app. Just as well as in the Live Fit app, they have daily recipes along with daily workouts, and you can go back to the archives and pull up all of the recipes that have a lot of things you can do with the greens. Make it like a tea, put some raspberries in there, and you can serve it to your guests, and they'll never know that they're drinking the berry greens with tea and mint leaves. So it's a lot. Download the Live Fit app and have it Live Fit. Live, L-I-V-E, Fit app. And you can earn free products, especially you can send out things to your customers and everything. And as they make purchases, you earn points as well.
Awesome. Guys, give it up for yourself for participating. Appreciate it. Guys, here's what we're going to do. I need for those of you that have, listen to this, for those of you that have at least 4 personal customers, do me a favor, raise your hand. If you have at least 4, raise your hand real quick. I'm in there. Give it up for all of them that have at least 4 personal customers. Give it up for them real quick. Amen. Houston, what's the goal?
20.
The goal is 20 customer club. As we begin to have our Team Houston meetings, 20 customer club, guys. That's what we want here in Houston. Now, guys, listen, I have an awesome pleasure to bring forth a young lady that when I heard this young lady, man, her story is you guys are going to get a chance to hear her story real quick. But she is someone who went triple diamond in the company. We just talked about it. Went triple diamond in the company. When I saw her on the flyer with us, I was just moved because, listen, all of us have different ways of building the business. We do.
Yeah.
We all have different ways. I mean, my preferred way is what my leader does, is we do a lot of sip and shares at home. We go and say you're home and, you know, we kind of share the presentation. I mean, my sponsor's beautiful wife, which is right in front of me here, but she's put together a little 13-minute video. You don't even have to know how to speak in front of the room. You just say, hey, listen, my name is Miss Cherie Tubbs. I'm gonna show you a video. Click. I mean, I'm telling you, that's the way that we build a business.
Basically.
But you have people that are 6-figure and even 7-figure earners, and they never do really the living room meetings too much. They do some other things, kind of a combination, but I want you to hear her strategies really of how she utilizes social media as well. And so, guys, again, she's a triple diamond. Please help me welcome my partner, Miss Amanda Gully.
Woo! Get Amanda!
Y'all, I'm so happy to be here. I'm going to tell you the power of social media. There are 2 billion people on Facebook alone. I don't know how many people there are on Instagram. There's tons. And I brought my notes because I wrote down something he said, and I want to use it for social media purposes. So I'm going to leave that right there. So I'm going to tell you a tad bit about my story because I really want to focus on some tips today. But like Adam said earlier, we were living, it was paycheck to paycheck. We had way more money than income. Adam had a great job, but both of our kids were born prematurely at 35 weeks. Wow. And so our son Castle spent some time in the NICU, so those bills were crazy. We did not have insurance at the time, so you can imagine what that felt like. But I wanted to be that stay-at-home mama. And I had heard about the wrap because my cousin Kevin sent me one in the mail, and he said, "Congrats on the baby, now get skinny." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" So I put on this skinny sticker, and I drank the water, I took it off, and I looked like I was 6 months pregnant. So I had bloated. That can be normal because of the toxins that we have in your body. It doesn't matter sometimes how healthy you eat, it matters what you're breathing in. What are you using on your body? All of those types of things can have to do with why you bloat. So he said, "Amanda, keep drinking the water." So I did. 3 days later, because the results are progressive, like you learned before, I lost 3 inches because I had measured at that point. I lost 3 inches in 3 days and was back into my pre-pregnancy clothes, okay? So let's fast forward to 2015. Lisa was born a month early as well. We were struggling, and if you know what financial pressure does to a relationship, anybody know? Anybody ever felt that? Okay, so Adam and I were there. We weren't connecting because we were stressed. We were emotionally tired. We were having garage sales. We were selling things on OfferUp and Craigslist just to pay for diapers. My parents were footing half of our grocery bill. And on Facebook, everything looked great. Wow. It wasn't. It wasn't. There was a struggle. And one night, you guys, I was never on Instagram, ever. And I'm scrolling, and I'm crying, and I'm praying, God, we have got to find a way out. Wow. We need your provision. Wow. This girl had friended me, and I didn't know it because I wasn't consistently on. So I'm scrolling, and I was like, "Oh, she's cute. She's got twins. She's a believer in Jesus. I love Jesus." And y'all, I'm a little nervous, so if y'all see me shaking, just go like this, because that means you're sending me Jesus. Okay? But then I saw the rap, and I remembered it. You guys had been 2 years, but it had made an impact on me because it worked. It did what it said it was going to do. Right. Even though it didn't work the first 45 minutes, 3 days later, a lot happens in 3 days.
She ran out trying to send you Jesus.
You see, the Lord is not just brought financial provision, He has connected us even more. So I was like, okay, I'm going to see what this girl, I'm going to message her because if I emotionally stable, I'm gonna look good on the outside because I know that thing works. So I asked her how much it was, $25. I sold something in our house so that I could buy that thing. You will do what you need to do if you want to make it happen.
Tell Amanda.
So I got the wrap. It worked. And you guys, I still didn't join the business for 3 months because she never really asked me. Wow. She told me about the loyal customer program, but that $59 for 4 wraps, I didn't have it, so I wasn't thinking about it. But at that time, because you guys, I've been in the business almost 4 years. So I can't remember who said it. It might have been you, Mr. Fisher. But it does not matter how long it takes you as long as you complete.
Yes. Right.
So I researched a lot of businesses because at this point, a lot of people were coming to me. A lot of women were starting to do at-home businesses back in 2015. And I kept coming back to the wrap and looked at the compensation plan and was like, I'm sorry, what? Because I'm a shark. Mama shark. I got tips, I promise. Okay. I can't even say it. Oh, okay. So, I wanted to know the money because I wanted to make all of it and I wanted to make it now. But the thing that sold me, you guys, is I looked on YouTube and Cindy Pentecost, because we keep coming back to the heart of our leaders. And I clicked on the conference from that year just to see what it was about. And she stood up there and she was saying, we're going to have an optional night of worship for those of you who want to attend. And I was like, I'm in. Because my faith is important to me.
Amen.
So my prayers were answered, but they weren't conventional because Jesus doesn't do conventional things. We have to work for the change. We have to work for the journey because it's not only been an outward change for me, it's been completely internal as well. Okay? So my leader called after I got signed up. I didn't have the money. I didn't have $99. So I called my mom and I said, I'm using your credit card. And she goes, okay, pay me back in a week. And I said, okay. So my leader got on the phone with me. She said, Amanda, how much do you want to make a month? And I said, all of it. When you get somebody on the phone that says that, you lock arms with that person and you do everything that you need to do to train them. So I was ignorance on fire. And I posted the wrong kind of stuff for the longest time. I didn't sign a customer for 2 weeks. But I was consistently posting and talking about how I was going to change my life, what I was going to do for my kids. Not where I was then. Nobody wanted to know that. Even though they related to it, there was no proof that it worked. So what I'm going to teach you is how important it is to not be ashamed of where you are and so excited about where you're freaking going. All right, so the don'ts. And because we don't have these on slides, I'm just going to kind of hold up my phone a little bit. Okay, so can y'all see this ad?
No. Just read it.
Okay, yes, I can. Okay, so this is beautiful that corporate put together. It was about our keto coffee, okay? And it's great, and it's something that they're going to put up for the distributors so that we kind of can create something for ourselves. So we can share these, but Facebook has a thing called like a stamp. It's a corporate image. So when you share stuff like that of any kind on Facebook, it's on a point system, and it's going to kind of be marked as spam. We want to create our own thing. So, what I think Mr. Fisher said it earlier, mix it till you fix it. So, one of my favorite things is the boomerang on Instagram. So why don't you mix it till you fix it? Or why don't you mix it while you're fixing it and put that on social media? Show that boomerang. Or do a cute, fun thing with some friends. I don't care how old you are. If my mama can do it and she's 66, y'all can do it, okay? She will get up there and shake her thing and show her, mix it her keto coffee or her collagen, things like that. But another thing, if you have your cell phone and you're not doing a video, I want you to go to Amanda Rushing Gully. That's my Facebook. I want you to bring that up real quick. Rushing like you're rushing to go somewhere. But I want you to take a look at my Facebook. So, when I say I want to know where you're coming from, I think that's something that you need to be sharing on the regular. So, I'm going to be inviting people to do my business almost on the daily. If not in my stories on Facebook and Instagram, it's going to be on a live or on a video I've pre-recorded, or it's going to be in a post. But I'm always going to put my face out there. And if you're not doing this every single day on social media, your business is closed. So the example that we've been hearing a lot lately is Target's open every day. Who loves Target? Anyone?
Tarjay.
Yes.
Tarjay.
If you go at
Yeah.
11 o'clock on Monday and it's closed, what are you going to go? What the crap? Why is it closed? So that's how you need to look at this business. This is a business, not a hobby. If you want to make $500 a month, do it every now and then. But if you want to make $10,000 to $15,000 a month, do what I do because that's what I make.
Right.
Okay? So if you're looking at it now, I invite people to join my business. I don't do posts like this all the time. But you know, I've already gotten a message from a potential distributor since I've been sitting here since I posted this morning. I do engagement posts. So for example, I'm going to the training in St. Louis in April, and me and my girlfriends that are going, we decided that we're all getting diamond tattoos because of, fun stuff. So I was asking social media world, show me your tattoos. I'm about to go get one. What do you have? That post blew up.
Wow.
And some of those people were not in my network, so I went and friended them. Okay? So those are engagement posts. It may not have anything to do with your business, and that's okay, but it's bringing people to your business. Bringing people to your page. They're going to go see. They're going to check out what you are. Sitting here today, I got a friend request from a lady that was friends with somebody from my church. She's about to sign up on the Triple Threat. I don't know her from Adam. I do not know her, but because I'm consistent in my business and I am interacting with people on the daily, I interact with 20 people. That's just on their walls daily. That's my minimum. Don't make your minimum your maximum. Minimum. Then I'm also in 75 inboxes, minimum a day. Because, okay, I'm excited about this. You're 20 customers. Who's getting 20?
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
What if, somebody pull out your calculator because I don't do math. What if you sign 20 customers at 85 in volume each? What is that?
1,700 points.
Who wants 1,700 BB right under them?
That's right.
That's what this business can do for you. That's what social media can do. I did 400 in sales just yesterday afternoon. And how did I do that? I want to teach you kind of a different way, okay? So you're going to be engaging with 20 people minimum a day on their wall. 20 people minimum. It doesn't have to have anything to do with it works. I want you to compliment what they're wearing. Men, maybe not do that. But you could say, how are you, man? It's been a while since I've talked to you. We need to catch up. Whatever it may be, 20 people a day. Then I want you messaging 75 people.
Is posting messaging?
Posting is not messaging. Posting is not asking either. Now, Amanda, I don't want to be spammish. I don't want my wall to look like that, because if you look at my wall, it's not a spam fest. Okay? It is about my life. It is about my journey. It is about my passions. It's about my family. It's about the friends that I've made in this business. It's about the trips that are coming up. And then some random engagement. But the way I have found, I've signed 30 customers so far this month. Who wants to sign 30 customers? Our team does what's called post to post, and I know this business has talked about that a lot. It works on and off. It doesn't work when you're not engaging. When you're not doing all the things that you need to be doing to engage with people on a daily basis, it's not going to work, because your algorithm's going to be like, I don't know you. Because that's what Facebook is. They want you to be social. They want to know who you are, because they will put you in the faces of other people that need what you have. I promise you, it works. So, where was I going with this? Okay, so our team does a giveaway every single month, and if you want to do this as a team, you can. It can be product that you have on hand. If you have a lot of people that are wanting the wraps or the keto coffee, I have like 15 bags of coffee in my pantry because we can't run out. So maybe that's something that we would do. Or you could do something grander. The very first giveaway our team ever did was a Speedy Louis Vuitton. We all came together as a team, split the price between everyone, so it cost people like $20 a month. But that's the month that we had so many people promote. I think we brought in like 400 customers that month, which was huge for my team as a double diamond team. But what that does is you post it on your wall, or you ask those simple questions. Hey, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you for a favor? And that's kind of how we do it, Mr. Fisher, is we get in those inboxes, you know, when you're on Instagram or Facebook Messenger, when the green lights are on because someone's on, we call that the green light. And we go and message those people and say, you know, something like, hey girl, I'm doing a giveaway for this Louis Vuitton this month. And some people think we're lying, but it's real. And we're doing this giveaway. I would love to enter you if you would do a post for me on your wall, something like that. Most of the time, women are going to say yes to that, but men, you can say, my wife is doing a giveaway for this. Because that way you can come alongside her and help her with these host-to-posts, okay? So what do? They post it on their wall. Or not the giveaway part, but you supply them a post. So we've been doing the TFX, but then we're upselling. So I give them a specific post, and I would be happy to do a Zoom training with you so I can copy and paste stuff into Zoom for you guys. Because we're using it all over the company, and it is working, y'all. We just implemented this new change a week ago, and y'all, it's fire. I had a girl yesterday sign almost 600 BV herself, yesterday alone. Wow. Yes. So, but then they post that particular thing that you put up, that you supply them. So literally, the favor is them copying and pasting something for you. That's it. That's all they do. And 9 times, or maybe even 8 times out of 10, that person who's hosting for me buys. It happened yesterday. Yeah. GFX, he was like, sign me up. I signed him right there on the spot. Wow. And then signed 3 of his friends later that evening. And this was a dude. So, but he helped me out. So, but when people comment on that, you guys, it's gold. Because your network, you may think your network is small, so go ask for a favor, and then you open up their network to you. And then theirs, and then theirs. And the person who posted a post for you, and that person, somebody purchases, you ask that person if they'll host it. And it just goes and goes and goes. And that's how you can sign 10 customers in 2 days. That's how you can sign 40 or 50 in a month. That you reply to those people who comment, and you say, hey, I'm going to send you a message in a friend request. Tip. Do not message them until they have accepted your friend request. Yeah. And this is huge because then if you do, it could end up in like La La Land. I mean, I had to
filter
really
message.
Learn this because it goes into the request folder. So after they friend request or they accept your friend request, then what you're going to do is you're going to say, hey girl, thank you so much for coming, or whatever you want to say at the beginning. Right. May I send you info on the product? You keep it super simple. Right. And I literally have something written in my phone, and I copy and paste it about the product. And if they say, yes, absolutely, send me more information, then that's when I go into how much weight are you going to lose? How much weight do you want to lose? What are your target areas? It's super important for us to ask, are you allergic to anything? Are you on any type of medications? If they tell you they're on medications, some are on 5 or 6, some are on 20, man, we need to help them. And our products can do that. So look them up. Google is one of my best friends. And if you don't know the answer, don't go bug your upline. They've got 10 million things that they're doing. Google that medication, what's it used for? Because I had to do that yesterday, and this one person was on 5 different medications for the same thing. And I was like, Lord have mercy. And you know what I did tell him? I was like, well, your doctor may not approve this because they want to make the money. But
That's true though. That's true though.
I had a lady return greens because her doctor said it was giving her liver problems.
Wow.
So that's what doctors will say.
Just hate.
So our products are amazing. They are. But you've got to know how to talk to your customers. You've got to know the questions to ask, and you've got to know the products. So while I'm just sharing the TFX on all these posts, but I'm asking them what their goals are. This lady that messaged me while we've been sitting here, she just wanted to order the greens. I said, what are your health goals? Oh, girl, I need to lose 75 pounds. Greens are not going to do that for you in 5 months. They're not. So let me ask you these questions. Do you know what? I'm turning that into probably about 124 BV order because I'm going to ask the right questions. Do you want to lose it slow or do you want to lose it fast? And it's about doing and saying the right things on social media. Wow. Ask your friends for that favor to help post. It's not going to hurt them. And the same thing that Mr. Fisher said, if they say no, okay, bye. We don't know. That's fine. Question my friendship with you. But the ones that do, they are going to do it over and over again.
Yep.
So many of my friends help with that. But another thing that I want to touch on, so any questions about that right now? I will do a Zoom and post all that stuff for you guys later if you would like to. Any questions? Yes.
So I did a host to post
Yep.
wrong.
Okay.
After listening to you. I got so many responses on it. Can you go back to that post?
Yeah.
And get it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's the great thing about what we do. You can start it out completely wrong. Y'all, I was ignorance on fire. I was word vomiting on every person I talked to. But I craved it so bad, so I think that's where we have to have grace for one another and grace for ourselves, because if someone is at least doing, they're teachable. At least I think so. So go back and just start over. Okay. Because I think that people, if they're really listening to you, they're going to say, you know what, she's trying, she's learning. I respect that. So I think so. I think so. Okay, so the next part that I want to talk about is, I know that maybe a lot of you don't like selfies. I have become the selfie queen. There's a couple of apps that I use, because what do you love to look at is photos that are bright, they're nice looking. You know, we can take a picture in front of this wall and it look kind of dark, and you can use filters for that. Because that is what is really popping on social media these days, is our bright pictures, energetic. You guys, we get enough. Oh, we were talking about this the other day. Sunday morning, getting ready for church, you know, we can turn on the TV and there's so much negativity on the news. Keep life in your posts.
Amen.
Keep it passionate, keep it positive, because that's somebody that I want to join.
Right.
That's right.
You sell you never sell the products, you share them. I shared a toothpaste the other day. About 12 people went out and bought that toothpaste because I shared it. Like we said, we don't get any money for that. But then use that example. I challenge each of you this week to share something on social media in a selfie that you've bought. See who goes to buy it. And then what I want you to do is get out of your comfort zone. If you've never done a live video before, the algorithm bumps that up to the top, y'all. They are seen. It doesn't matter what time of day. They can be shared. Somebody's going to see that live and see value in that. Because when I did that, I have several potential distributors because they saw how easy it was. Oh, that is all you do. That's all we do. There's no rocket science.
Oh, it is easy.
Okay? So I'm going to give you guys a couple of apps for your photos. Yes, you can absolutely use the ones that they provide. PicTapGo is one of my favorites. And Pixar is a great one. If you're really, really fancy, you can do the Lightroom app and purchase presets on Etsy. And another thing is Google, like I said, it's my best friend. You can go Google tutorials on how to install that, buy the app and everything, because I don't have to do that. I still watch tutorials on everything so that I can know. So, Lightroom, layout,
Instability. PICS.
Pixar. Okay, here's another thing. Stories are for before and afters. Now, if I feel this inkling like I need to post a before and after on my page, I don't do that often, but I have a lot this week, and with every single post, I have gained a customer. Every single one. But that's because of my interaction. You cannot, you cannot bring people into your business, customers, or distributors if you are not always putting it out there. 2 billion people on Facebook. You never run out of people. How do you find the people? How do you find them? A friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend.
That's right.
I'm going to go to your page, and her page, and then her page, and her page, and her page, and then I'm going to add all these people. Same thing on Instagram. I won't do that. But on Instagram, it's the same thing. I started with like 800 or 900 people on Instagram, and now I have close to 3,500. It's taken me a while to grow that, but Instagram is like my jam now, especially when I have like 200 people on my team are like 18 to 25 years old. That's their market. That's what they use. So I had to learn to use that so this 34-year-old could, roll with the youngins. So Unfold is one that I use a lot. It's just going to make your pictures look more professional for your stories, okay? Play with it. It's very simple to use. You just add on a photo, okay? But you can put your story in the story. Share your story every week, twice a week. If you don't have one yet, yes you do. Why'd you join? I want you to tell everybody why you joined, because it is precious. More people need to know that, because it's going to touch and change like the deepest parts of people's hearts. It really is, and they're going to want to say, you know what, I'm going to get on board with her because of that reason. They will. Or like us, we paid off $20,000 in debt in 18 months.
Wow.
I was only a diamond, y'all. I was only a diamond.
Wow.
You paid up $20,000 in debt as a diamond.
As a diamond.
As a diamond.
But I don't do average. So there's averages for every level, and I don't like average because God has made me for more, and He blessed me with this business.
Yes.
So I'm going to work more. I'm going to work harder because I want more people to experience the emotion that I get to experience and the freedom that I get to experience. But you've got to learn your social media because here's the thing, learn it all. And figure out what you're really good at. I did the parties, and I'm not opposed to them. I just had a lot of people not show up, but I'm going to start going, where were you?
She gonna pull a Perry.
I'm a shark, but I'm also, Adam has taught me how to be more of the sensitive type. Okay. But here's the 3-a-day rule. 3 a day. You're going to post about a product every day. You're going to post about the opportunity every day. And you're going to post about what you're doing every day. I don't care if it's I'm hanging out with my significant other, this is what we're doing, or maybe it's a funny quote from your kids or a picture with your anything. But you have to do 3 a day on social media. Every platform that you use. That created such a consistency for me. And you guys, and I know some of you can probably understand what I mean when I say this. We didn't even have gas to put in our car for me to go do parties. Okay? We had to save that money for him to get to work. That's where we were. And we paid off debt because we weren't spending all the money we were making, because we wanted to be good stewards of our money. So that's why social media became my jam. Is because I was not going to have an excuse as to why I wouldn't work this business when I had 2 billion people in my living room. Okay, so if you build belly to belly, you keep doing that because you can do in one afternoon what some people take a month to do. Okay, do not stop doing that. But if you're sick for 2 days, or your child is sick, or you're on an airplane for 4 or 5 hours, you get that Wi-Fi and you make the best of that time because you know how to use social media and you're rocking it. Yes.
There's an app called Buffer. It's $9.99, and you can go post your. You can go actually schedule all your posts for the whole week, and even for up to months. Really, it just depends on the time that you want to devote to it. But it's a great app. It's Buffer.com.
And look into that because I used to use Hootsuite, and it actually affects your algorithm now. So check into Buffer, make sure it doesn't. We'll look into that because that's why I stopped scheduling my posts. But one thing that you can do is I spend a couple of hours every Sunday making notes in my phone because we're all busy. Busy people can make the most money if you're busy intentionally. So save it to your notes on your phone, copy and paste, and put that picture. Yes.
What about Facebook Lives? Does that still go on?
Yes. It's the best thing for your social media platform. I love going live. I don't do it very often because
We're live now.
We're live now. Tell everybody.
No, but lives, you guys, they're the best thing because it bumps your post to the very top all the time. Photos are next in line, but videos are where it's at if you want the engagement. Yes. And yes.
So everybody should be doing Facebook Lives at some point? Oh.
He's so silly.
Look at all the people watching.
And here's
I love
the
it.
thing, why do we do this? What are you selling?
You.
Thank you. You are selling you first.
You are the product.
You are the product. Share some products. If you have kids, y'all, my 6-year-old was doing the Fat Fighter kids involved on social media. Our kids love the chocolate brains. Castle was asking for hydrate this morning. Use your kids for your posts. Have them pose like Liesl. She just loves to pose, you know. But another thing that you can, who all's a parent in this room? Of how many of you have little kids? Okay, so some of you. Okay, so I do photo shoots every week. I learned something from bloggers. I'm a new blogger, and I did it because of my business, because I wanted to broaden my prospects. Okay, so we have to start doing things that we don't necessarily feel comfortable doing to make things start to happen, and it will open doors, I promise you. So Adam and I go out once a week, and he takes photos of me, you know, just holla, you know, all these fun things. But now my daughter's doing them with me. So I'm sitting there with my phone, he takes a picture. That's a lifestyle post, but it's also something about your business. I'm so glad that I said yes to building this legacy for my daughter when everyone else made fun of me.
Wow.
And I want to leave y'all with this, because I will do a training and give you guys some more tips later. But if someone is rude to you, block and delete. Bye.
Yes.
We don't have time, because it happens on social media too. Some of our best friends we no longer speak to. And it ain't our fault. It was a jealousy factor because they tried a business and they didn't get to work like we got to work. So there's jealousy factors. There's people that you will never be right in their eyes. And like they said, they're that bad apple. We don't need that. So you block and delete, because no one gets to steal your future because of their negative opinion.
That's right.
So I hope this was a little helpful. If I
Wait.
Yes.
So before you go, you are a new triple.
Yes.
Talk to the people really quick about that time span from double to triple.
Okay, so double, I did go double in 2017, right after conference. We earned a $40,000 bonus, and so that was nice. But the double income, you guys, it's amazing. It's not just about the bonus. The residual income is incredible. But then it took me 2 years to go triple, and it wasn't because I wasn't a builder, and it wasn't because I didn't plug in, and it wasn't because I was a good leader. Wasn't a good leader, but I became a better leader. I dropped the baggage, which sometimes it's some people on your team. They don't need to go with you. Like Cindy Pentecost says, she says, pray people into your business, pray people out of your business. I said, bye, okay? And then do you know what happened? I thought my team was falling apart last March. I was like, Adam, I don't know if we can continue. I had lost my rank. I was down to diamond, which still isn't a bad place. It's not a bad place at all. It's a great place. But I wanted more. And I was praying again. And I was, y'all, this is why you always open your mouth, too. I was at a graduation party. I heard this college girl, 20 years old, she said, sorry, my pants are falling down. That I heard her say, oh, I'm so busy, because I'm over here, she's up here. I'm just so busy with, I'm a cheerleader, I'm in a sorority, I do this, and this, and I just don't have time for a job, but I really want one. And I go, girl, just like that, you need to work with me from my phone. And she goes, okay. I sat down with her parents, because her parents used to do well in network marketing.
Wow.
Is that not God? Sat down with them right there at that party. A week later, she joined my business, and in 30 days, she brought in 100 new people to my business.
You met hold on. The drama unfolds in the details. You met her at a where?
At a graduation party. I used to name
No. You met her at a where?
graduation party.
At a party.
Get out of your house.
Basically,
People are where they are because they stay in their house. Get out.
get out your house.
But I used to nanny for this family, and then I found it works.
Get out of your house.
Okay, so it's kind of ironic, all this stuff, but she brought all of these young, vivacious girls who have taught me a lot about social media and a lot about branding and marketing and looking cute all the time. They've taught me so much. But because I stayed the course, you guys, I wanted to give up. People left our business last summer, some of my good friends, and it crushed my heart a little bit.
Yeah.
But I stayed the course.
Yeah.
Because you know why? God blessed me with this.
Right.
I make 5 figures from my stinking phone.
Yes.
So because I stayed the course, and then we go to conference, and I have all these college girls with me, they're pumped. Mark does this comp plan. Y'all should have seen me. I was like, I knew I was going triple when he announced the comp plan stuff. And then my girl that changed my business went double.
Wow.
8 months, and y'all, she turned 21 and
Wow.
do not look at somebody and say, I'm gonna write them off, I don't think so.
Or they're too busy.
Or they're too busy, because this girl, she's a robot, she don't sleep. But she will work.
Wow.
And she's ready to go to the top, and she's got girls with her that wanna come. Wow. Stay the course even when you drop rank, even when it gets hard, even when people leave, even when people tell you no on social media. Because we're leaving a legacy for our kids, and your grandkids, and your neighbors that are secretly watching you, wishing they could be you in 2 years.
Teach, girl.
But if you do not put it on all platforms that you have, there's so many people you are not going to reach. So use social media. Use it every single day. I don't know how to do it. Learn. I will teach you. I will teach you. Because you're all beautiful. You're made for more. And it's right there in your hand.
Guys, let's give it back up for Mr. Listen, guys, we're wasting your time right now, but you do not want to leave your seat right now because, listen, the visionaries are going to speak right now. I am so humbled to be in business with Mr. and Mrs. Wilkins. And so, guys, listen, real quick, we're going to go ahead and bring up 60-day presidential diamond. You know, she's not just a supporter of her husband. She's also a builder with her husband.
Yes.
They serve together, man, like never before. And I'm so thankful that it wasn't, because you got to understand something, it wasn't, Mr. Wilkins was not going to do this. And she'll tell you the story. I thank God that it was because of her that caused him to open up even more and say, at least I'll take a look at it. Okay? And so, guys, we are so honored to have her. We're so honored to have her right now. Let's go ahead and give her a thunderous round of applause. Presidential diamond.
Thank you so much, Amanda and Adam, for coming and sharing. Because we know how important social media is to the entire It Works family and the platform. And so we wanted to make sure to infuse that into the business and everything as well that we're doing here. And so shout out to Tracy and Kay Fisher. Woo! Listen, when you get leaders in your group,
twins are in the house.
But we're just getting
The
the
identical
ball
twins.
rolling here in the Houston area. Listen, there's so much opportunity here. The market is wide open for everybody who wants to come in and literally just stake their claim. Like Amanda and everybody else before you have said, you just got to get out of your own way and just be willing to do the work. The longer you hold on to your justification as to why you can't, the sooner it becomes your excuse. You may be justified because you're ill. You may be justified because you're broke. You may be justified because you're tired or because you're busy. But the longer you hold on to that justification, the sooner it becomes your excuse. And now you're not doing anything because now you've turned what could have been a stepping stone into a tombstone. And so you have to get out of your own way mentally and emotionally so that you can just do the simple thing that is required to build this business. Guys, this is not rocket science. Come on now. We're talking about pouring stuff in some water, shaking it up, and drinking it.
Come on, right?
Come on. If you really want to break it down to its most basic way, right? And that is all that we do. You talk to people every day anyway about something. Talk to them about something that's going to encourage them, make them better from the inside out, and get you paid. How about that? Okay? Well, listen, I love stories. I love testimonies. And so I want you to be able to hear from a couple of people about their journey and just a few things that I know is going to, for some of you, be that aha moment for you, that light switch moment for you, to turn you on and up, and so you can get out of here and take your business to a whole other level. So I need Kay Fisher to come up here. Monica Beasley, please join me up here. Stephanie Allen, please join me up here. And there was one other person, Adam Gully, please join me up here. Yes, sir. Come on up. Because men works for men too. Right? Apparently. And so just a few people I want you to hear from. Just so you get a different lens and a different perspective. And so I want to start off with you. Okay, you, Miss Beasley. Okay. I want you to share with everybody, obviously your name, your professional background, but I want to know, because you and your husband are double diamonds in the company, I want to know for you, when did it click for you? Because you're not new to the industry, you guys have been around before. When did it click for you, personally, that this was it?
Okay, Monica Beasley. I am a pediatric nurse for Texas Children, 36 years, and been married that long also. So, yes.
We made they like that. It works.
Okay, so for me, so what clicked for me? So we were invited to go to Tampa, and so we did go there, and like I said, when I walked in there, it was just a spirit of some sort. It was just, I just knew God was in this plan.
At the corporate office.
At the corporate office. So, Perry and I had talked, and I said, Perry, one more. I said, this is it. You know, we've been in so many companies, and I never really drank coffee. Organic Gold, we've been in all this different stuff. And I was home with the kids. They were younger then, so I'm the one at home, taking care of home. But when we walked into this place and we went ahead and accepted the invitation to get into this company, and thanks to you guys, what clicked for me is, okay, I said, okay, I told Perry, this is it. So I was going to try, now that I'm in a place where my kids are finished college and kind of on their own, I have more time to kind of help him. Right. So I said, so this is it, and yes, I have to get involved. But Portia posted something about couples and being a team with your husband or whatever, and I saw that and I said, was Portia talking to me? Yeah. I shouted out and said, I heard you. And I said, I am going to get in this and go deep with Perry and help him with this business. This is going to be it for us. We're older than most of you guys, but so for me, that's when it really hit. And I said, okay, I got to learn, I got to do this. I'll never be a Portia. I'll never do what Kay can do on the computer. You know, I'm not computer savvy, I'm a nurse. So I type on my computer, but just medical stuff. But anyway, but I have a daughter, Simone, who's here today, who is
Hey,
savvy
Simone.
with all of this.
Yes.
And my son, Pierre, is
Look at them.
really a motivator.
Troublemakers.
So when they saw me talking about the business and getting in, they had a conversation. They told me this later. I don't think Perry knows. But they said, Mom, I see you're involved, so we're going to get in it with you too. And we're going to help you and Dad with this business. So they committed, and so that makes me happy. My twin sister here, Jessica, and Jasmine, her daughter, so we were getting them all involved.
Jessica,
Jasmine. You're posed to know that I'm at a stage right now where the kids are grown. I don't have that excuse anymore. Still working, do enjoy my job, do enjoy my my nursing skills. I'm an office manager. Not that I get my hands on all the time, but I do. But that's still in my heart, and I just feel like I want to not help people, but develop people. I mean, I learned this word today. So that's my story. Awesome. And thank you for letting me share.
See, that's why it's important for those of you who are in a relationship. Yes. This is not just a female company. It's a people company. Okay, for all people, all ethnicities, it's all everything, all genders as well. And so it doesn't matter who may be in the forefront leading it. There's something you can do here. I told everybody all the time, the supportive partner in the relationship, you may not be able to recruit. They may not be your thing to call somebody and invite them to a meeting or something, but you can get a customer.
Right.
You can be the customer first. You can be the testimony that your significant other uses to help promote their business.
Right.
So there's something you can do to contribute. You don't have to be like us. You can be you, but there's something that you can do as well. And then what that does is it's going to fire up that person that's in the forefront.
Yes.
It's going to get them even more excited. Like Perry has not stopped smiling since you came up here.
He said, don't put that on Facebook. Oh my God.
Listen, you gotta have peace at home.
Yes.
You have to have peace at home because you gotta fight too many people on the outside. The last thing you want to do is come home and have to square up against the person you live with. You understand? Save all that fighting for when you leave, but when you get inside the house, you gotta have peace, right? Awesome. Okay, so Miss Stephanie Allen Diamond. Yeah, so let everybody know your name, obviously your professional background, and when did it click for you that Diamond was done?
My name is Stephanie Allen. My professional background is the medical arena. It's funny how we spent all these years in corporate America. I was doing payroll for 89 employees, and when I decided I was going to leave, they're like, "Who's going to pay us?" And I said, "Y'all will figure it out." And so I actually left a job of 21 years to go work at another job in corporate America. That some people were doing some things wrong. They know who they are. They were doing some things wrong in corporate America. And so I had to notify the state because I was the admissions director. And so I'm thinking they're going to throw me so far under the bus and say they didn't tell me to do what they were telling me to do. And so anyway, I got suspended. And the first day I went home, I told my husband, I said I got suspended from work. And of course, if you get suspended from work, they're going to naturally think, why you got suspended. I said, I didn't do anything. And he goes, so why did they suspend you? So I told him what happened. And so that's the first time I actually knew my worth and knew that God had something more for me than working for someone that's going to mistreat you. And so anyway, my first venture was the pink cat, the company that has the pink Cadillac. I wasn't trying to earn a pink Cadillac, but that's when I knew that I had it in me to do something more. And so I was in another venture with a lot of other business partners that are here, and kind of afraid to step out and leave because especially when you spend a lot of time in this company and invest a lot of money and time and you just don't want to do anything different. And God had been telling me to leave because I had been praying for something, and He had been telling me, stop being loyal to people that are not loyal to you. Yeah. And so I wasn't listening to God. I was being disobedient. I kept doing what He told me not to do. And so then one day, Mr. Fisher called me and, was telling me, oh, it's different. You've heard these stories over and over before. This is different. Just give it a try. Just if you don't feel it, he just kept, and I just kept telling him, Mr. Fisher, you can stop calling me because I'm not going to do it, and I just kept telling him that. And then he would call me again because of his wife. Thank God he was obedient to his wife and to God. But it's like he kept calling me, and so finally I decided to just, believe one more time. And so I went, I went down to check it out, just like he said. And when I got there, it was just different. I just knew it. And so I came back, and I still wasn't quite sure. I was still doubting. And then one day, Mr. Wilkins gave a phone call. We had a conference call, and I was convicted on the phone call. And he was saying, how, because when people are they're in something, but they're not, but their heart is not there. And so anyway, I just really felt like he was talking to me on that call, kind of like when the pastor convicts you in church. And so that was in October. And then November the 4th, I went to church, and my dad was sick. He's our pastor. And so another pastor came and preached for us that Sunday. And as the pastor was, he got up there to tell us his story. And he asked us to go to Acts 2, verse 1 through 17. And when I read the first verse of the chapter, it's like my knees almost just buckled from under me. And the scripture was, and when the day of Pentecost was fully come, I had been asking God to show it to me in black and white if He wanted me to go to His work. Anyway, whenever I read that scripture, all I kept saying was, oh my God, my knees got so weak like the day when I lost my first spouse. It's like I felt like I was just going to collapse in church. And so that day I walked out of church November the 4th last year, and I have not looked back. And I just knew that it was what God wanted me to do, and I just never looked back. And I've been running full force ever since. And it's so easy to requalify in this business. It's like everything that they have told you, it is the God's honest truth. It's like you don't even have to work hard. Is what's so unbelievable. Right. It's like when you're working hard and not getting anywhere in these other companies. You just have to believe one more time and just get it into your head, because nobody can convince you to do anything that you don't want to do. Right. You have to believe that you can do it, and I'll give the floor to Mrs. Fisher.
All right.
You know, she's just an example of just that mental fight, you know, what you got to overcome to make a decision, to just believe in yourself and to know that it's possible. For every negative thing that you have heard, it takes hearing something positive 17 times to negate that one negative. That's right. So just think about all the negative words, all the negative things you said to yourself. You have to hear something positive, the same thing 17 times to get rid of that one negative. So you have to, all of that comes up when you're building a business. Because again, like what we do is simple, but the part that makes it hard is all of us and our stuff, right? And so if you can get you and your stuff out the way, you can get this money. Okay, so let's give it up to Miss Kay Fisher here, Triple Diamond. So, Kay, I am loving all of your activity, all of your participation. I am loving hearing you and seeing your face. This is so amazing and so refreshing for me as well. And you've been a tremendous blessing to this entire market. And obviously being by your husband's side all these years, 20 some odd years that y'all been in the industry, you've seen a lot, you've experienced a lot, ups, downs, turnarounds, sidelines, everything. And so when did it click for you? What was that moment? Because I believe pretty much like me, you kind of felt it already, you already knew. And then, the husbands have to catch up. But
that's why I'm speaking last. Don't worry. I got us. Don't worry.
So yeah, Kay, come on up here. Just share with everybody really quick for the rest of the time. When did it click for you? When did it click for you that this was it?
It actually clicked from the moment. It's too funny. My husband, he gets the story a little twisted sometimes. He gets it twisted a little time, but just going through all the years where we have seen, I was just telling Glenicia, I was just telling her, we've seen so much over the years, all different kind of companies. And, especially once you're connected to certain people, once you come out there, known in the industry, you're going to get hit with phone calls, emails, text messages, Facebook. They're going to come after you about all these different, opportunities. And if you're not really strong in the mind, and you just want to keep doing this and keep jumping, that's not a good, it's really not a good thing. And my whole thing is we've always built everything on loyalty.
Right. Yeah.
And so being loyal, and what I told him, I said, you know what, I know we big on, loyalty and everything, but like you said, when you're praying and when you're looking, cause me, my background is accounting, been doing taxes for over 30 years, since I was 16. Over 30 years. And, I told him, I said, number one, once your mind has been expanded, it would never go back. And so from the first moment when we stepped into this industry, and we went to Tony Robbins training, we've seen John Maxwell, we've seen Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, we have a library full of books. And it was like when I went to work, I was like, I don't like to be here. This is prison. I need to be free from this prison.
Yeah.
I said, but one thing I do know is not going to come in corporate America. We have to. If it's not network marketing, we have to our own business, but then it's a headache with that. I said, but network marketing is this. It really is. I said, because number one, I want to dictate my time. And nobody else to do it. And that way I feel free. So we were in another company, and when numbers are not adding up, and things were like, hold on, now, if not this, then what?
Yeah.
If not now, then when?
Right.
I mean, I literally had that conversation with him, and it was like he couldn't really give me an answer. Then all of a sudden, for about 2 weeks, we started, feeling things like, we get a phone call, well, Tracy we get a text from Jerry saying, hey, give me a call, I want to talk to you about something. He said, baby, Jerry just text me.
That sound like him.
What he into now, cause I hadn't really seen Jared at the meeting.
Tell the truth, Kate. Tell me what he said.
But I'm telling you, after you've been praying, okay, and if your mind is in the right place, and you just, I said, I don't care what it is, call. I promise you, and that was probably about 6 in the evening or so, 7 o'clock. You called Jerry yet?
Mm-hmm.
No, hold on. No, I hadn't called him yet. I hadn't called him. Okay. So phone rung. He was, talking to Perry on the phone. You called Jerry yet? It's about 8:30. No, I hadn't called him. When are you gonna call him? I said, whatever it is, just find out whatever it is. So he called him, and he's, yeah, I told you, yeah. He wanted, yeah, we're gonna go to lunch. I said, well, go. I said, well, whatever it is, we're doing it.
Oh, so that's the story.
We have to book our ticket and go to Florida. That's okay, let's go.
Okay.
Let's get the ticket, let's go. Oh, we're going for one day. Do I need to pack a bag? Let's go. Before we even got there, but, okay, I said, well, tell me this. Well, after he sat down with Jared, I said, tell me this. He tell you the name of the company? No. Okay, what did he tell you? Man, hold on. I said, okay. Was it a hint? I said, tell me how the conversation went so I can listen for keywords.
Listen for keywords.
My family knows me as FBI, CSI. I'm a private investigator. Research. Yeah. I'm gonna look it up. I said, how much money did he say the company, the annual revenue the company was making? Oh, about 200 million, 250, but they just grew some more. I said, okay. Did he say where it was located? But we have to fly to Tampa, Florida. I said, okay. So I started, we pulled out, this is about like 12 o'clock at night. We had the laptop, he had his tablet, I had the laptop. We're in the bed, and I'm Googling. He told me that I had to go to Network Marketing Times, to all the publications out there to find what company it is, so we won't be surprised. So then, I pulled up It Works, but it had it listed still in this on this website in Dearborn, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't even have it in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the real story.
Yeah.
I told myself, whatever it is, we're all in. And once I found out that it was Raps, I was, oh my God, Raps. It was too funny. Everybody else was speaking. When we walked in the home office, I turned and looked, and I saw this display case with different products. Went straight over to the case and started looking at all the different products.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know what? We can do this. Because they had from A to Z in terms of products. Y'all, this is pretty much everything we have at the house and then some.
Wow.
So these, and some of them are empty, so we can use them.
Yeah.
I said, I'm gonna use everything.
Right.
Just to see, and I find out now, they're like, what you taking? I'm like, everything. So that's when I realized I was all in because everything works. Everything works.
See, that's why you don't always talk to the wife. You know? Real story. But in this case, we're going to talk to the husband and see the other side of the story of Mr. Amanda.
Yeah. Come on. Some testosterone.
So, Adam, Triple Diamonds in the company. You've been there by your wife's side throughout this entire journey. Experienced a bit of transition yourself here recently.
Yeah.
So won't you share with everybody your name, your professional background, and why it works for you?
So my name is Adam Gully, and my professional background is in nonprofits. So I've done marketing, development, and project management. And up until last month, how many of y'all know life can change and change quick?
Yeah.
And if if you're not ready for it, it doesn't care.
Wow. Preach, sir. Wow.
So how many of y'all know you need to be sowing seeds now, because it's not if, it's when life is going. Because before I was in nonprofit, I did a little stint in oil and gas. I was working downtown Houston, and I feel like today is just an amazing day because I've heard 2 testimonies of people that deal with epilepsy on a daily basis.
Wow.
Don't do it.
Wow.
And that's my wife. She has epilepsy. And so when she had both of our babies, she was pregnant with both of our children. And
You got it, babe. I love you. Yeah.
but to protect them, she got off of her medication while she was pregnant. So she sacrificed her body, her mind, her emotions. Those 9-month periods were the toughest in our marriage. Because I would be working, and I can't tell you how many times I came home to her unconscious on the floor.
Oh my God.
Don't know how long she's been there.
While pregnant?
While pregnant. So I'm working oil and gas downtown, and it's not just the threat of it, it's not just it happening, but the threat of it happening that stays on in your head. So I'm trying to do my job, but I can't help but think, okay, I haven't heard from her in a couple of hours. Is she unconscious? Has she blacked out? Has she hit her head? Is she unconscious right now? Kid's there by herself with the kids. I don't know. And I would get those texts every now and then, hey, I feel like I'm about to have a seizure. Awesome, I'm an hour away.
Whoa.
Wow.
And I would just remember thinking to God, is this it? You gave me this wife. I know that we're supposed to be together. She has blessed my life from the very beginning, but something's got to give. I can't be somewhere else focused on what I need to do when I know that at any second her life could be gone. She had a friend of hers that was epileptic that died in the bathtub. And I was like, I love her too much. Something's got to give. And when the oil and gas downturn happened, and I watched my job, everything that I did every single day slowly disappear. I could see it coming. I said, well, guess what? I'm trading time for dollars. I'm trading time for dollars, and they're not going to pay me to sit here and do nothing. My work is dried up. I have nothing. It's only a matter of time. Sure enough, my boss comes around. We go to church with him. He's the greatest guy, but he had to be the one to deliver the news. His bottom lip quivering because he knows what he's got to do, and he doesn't want to do it. But guys, when I went to that HR meeting with him, he must have thought I was crazy because I had a smile on my face. I said, I left there with a smile, and I showed up I knew that Amanda was going to be dropping our kids off at our church right about that time. So I knew that she was going to be, by the time I showed up to the church, I knew that she was going to be inside, taking the kids in, and she was going to come right back out. So I waited by her car. And she walked out. She looked at me. Said, what are you doing here? I said, they laid me off. And if y'all don't know Amanda, that was my biggest fear, was telling her this. How many of y'all like telling your wife bad news? Because the old Amanda, that would have been chaos.
Because we've been in the business a little over a year at this point.
Yeah. And you were what rank at that point?
I was a diamond.
You were a diamond. And she said, and I remember she cracks a smile, she says, okay, we're going to do this. And I remember thinking right then, I was like, who is this woman? Like, I'm telling her, I'm like, do I need to hide behind something? God, who is this woman that you have just transformed? But see, from the very beginning, I knew, I could see in her, when she tried the rap, I'm going to wrap this up because it's going too long. When she tried the rap, I said, I don't want us to put our name on something if it it doesn't work.
Right.
She tried the wrap,
Right.
3 inches lost. I said, baby, I can put my name behind that. Let's go.
Wow.
And then she hit diamond. She got those bonuses. Next year, she hit double.
Wow.
We haven't looked back. And I just lost my job again. I went back into the nonprofit sector. There was no negative work report, no negative. Boss didn't say I was doing anything wrong. He just said, you know, he had somebody else that he wanted for the position.
We'll see y'all at Ambassador then.
So I said, all right then, that just means God's getting ready to push us forward.
That's right.
You never know what a person is dealing with, what they're going through. This is a people business. And if you build the people, then the people can go and build the business. But it starts with the people. And so, again, just like you still got to deal with life amidst of everything else that comes with the business. And so I like to do this just so everybody here can know that we know. And we see and we understand when things are happening with you. Nobody's judging you. You know, nobody's thinking you're a slacker, that you're weak, or any of that. None of that is going on. We just understand that life happens. And so we're here for you to support you through that process and to help you get to the other side.
Yes.
That's our role, is to help pull you up and push you to get through that other side. Run your race, but keep up with our pace.
Yes.
Awesome? Okay, well, I'm excited for you guys to hear from my husband. He's so incredible. He's so
I'm gonna get it.
He's enjoying it. I forgot. No, I'm kidding. I love this man so much, and I appreciate the fact that he is the man that he is, that he leads the way that he does. You know, I never have to worry about if a bill is going to get paid, where the money is going to come from. We both work, we both build a business, but I don't have to pull him up and push him to get him to work. He's self-motivated, he's a self-starter, and so, you know, he's tenacious. And once he makes a decision on something, take him a while sometimes to make a decision. Take him a while sometimes.
Watch yourself.
But once he makes that decision, he doesn't turn back. It's full speed ahead. You might as well go and get out the brother way, because he's going to get it done and make it happen anyway. And baby, I'm so proud of you, the man that you are, the man that you are becoming. I'm grateful to be your wife and to carry your last name. I know, right? Things are really good in the Wilkins household right now. It's so good. We disappeared for a few days last week. You guys didn't know because we didn't post it on social. But we disappeared. One of my dream board destinations was the Overwater Bungalows.
Wow. All right.
So we were in the Overwater Bungalows. We had 2 butlers there and no Wi-Fi. Where? We went to Montego Bay.
Oh.
So just a 2-hour flight. We were going to go to Bora Bora and all that, but I didn't want to be on the flight for that long. So we went to Montego, and it was absolutely incredible experience. It gave us an opportunity to just check out of everything else and just check into each other. And so we just got that you gotta have that refresh, that repump, that refuel. You know, and so we were able to do that. And so coming back here, our vision has expanded even more. Our desires are that much greater. And we are so fired up again. Like it feels like we just got started again. So y'all already know what that means. It's about to be all that popcorn. But you know, that was one of the things I told him I wanted to do. And so I remember when we went to go pay for it and everything, it was like I told him how much it was gonna be. Because I was on the phone with the guy at the Royal Caribbean, and he was telling me everything, and I was like, okay, how much is it gonna be? He told me the amount, and I was like, okay. Now we have the money, but my husband, he a little tight. It's a little tight. It's a little tight. And so I was nervous. I felt like Adam telling Amanda, I was nervous what he was going to say when I told him how much it was. And when I said it, his immediate, non-hesitating reaction was like, okay, you book it. Let me add something to the mix. This is so generous today. What else can I get? And that's what happens when you have peace. That's what happens when you have peace. And so I thank you, husband, for taking me on that vacation. It's much needed. Vacation for sure for the both of us. And so he's going to come up with you guys and share as he always does. So take notes if you can. I'm pretty sure we're going to shout a little bit too. No, you know what the Spirit going to have you do. Right, those some Jesus, those some Jesus.
No.
But he's a visionary, he's a leader, presidential diamond in 60 days. That is no small feat. Never been done before in the company. And actually that was a big miss for us on our goal. Our goal was to do it in our first 6 days. What? So, yeah. So, he was mad. He was mad that we did it in 60. But nevertheless, it got done. And so we're just, pacing it and doing what's required to go Black Diamond.
Yes.
What other option is there? But please stand to your feet and give a round of applause for my husband, the one, the only.
All right. Okay, see if we can steal 30 minutes. Okay, good. We good for the 3? So we're supposed to be done at 2.
What time is it?
It's 2:30.
Oh, really?
Y'all done carried on. What you said? Huh? We good? Okay, we're good. Okay, cool. So I wanted to make sure that we were able to cover a little bit more. Everybody say a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Everybody stand up real quick because I don't want you to miss this. Yeah, I know y'all want to work into social media just sitting down, but no. I show the plan standing up. So here's what I want us to do. Everybody got your cell phones. Equip yourself. Equip yourself with your cell phone. With your cell phones. Everybody, pull your cell phones out. There it is. Everybody got a cell phone? iPhone users? iPhone users. All right. The others. All right, hold your cell phone up. Cell phones. Repeat after me. This is my. No, just kidding. All right, real quick. Everybody got your cell phones. Log into your Facebooks. Come on, Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, you're not going to be successful. Just kidding. But get on Facebook real quick. Get onto your Facebook app. You're still standing. I'm going to show you how to incorporate everything you're learning today. I'll show you all that. How to incorporate the offline and the online synergistically. And we're going to break past limitations in just a moment. Everybody, not YouTube, Facebook. All right, everybody's on Facebook? Yes. Are you on Facebook? Facebook. All right, you got your app? There's a button on there that says live. Live. Look forward on your Facebook app. It says live. Come on, live. Come on, live. Live. That means to live. How many of y'all want your businesses to live? Yes. You cannot be a Secret Service agent and be successful in good works. So I want you to go live. Before you go live, I feel there's a certain spirit of release in here. Some of you are releasing baggage. You're releasing insecurities, self-doubt, limiting beliefs. I just really felt that today. I want you to go hug 3 people and tell them it's done. I want you to do that. Do it now. Come on, go hug 3 people, tell them it's done. Come on, hug them. Not the church. It's done. It's done. It's done.
It's done. Hey, you watching this live, it's done. Okay? It's done. What's done? Everything. Tell everybody on Facebook it's done.
It's done. It's done. It's done. How's my curls? It's done.
Him and these curls. It's done. It's done. Go ahead.
All right. Presbyterian Church. Let's try that again. I'm fired up! Almost there, almost there. Almost there. Say, I'm fired up! I'm fired up! Little Baptist. Come on, come on, come on. I'm a soldier. I'm fired up! I'm fired up! Ready to go! Ready to go! I'm fired up! I'm fired up! Ready to go! Ready to go! I'm fired up! I'm fired up! I'm ready to go! Ready to go! All right, have your seats. Have your seats. Have your seats. All right. All right, so we've got the next 20, 25 minutes. I want to talk to you really quickly about this compensation plan. Me and Mr. Fisher, we were talking, this was a couple of days ago as they were mapping out the schedule. And he says there's something that you did when you were doing the tours and having people fly in. And as you heard Kay Fisher say, I was having people fly in and they didn't even know what they're flying in to come see.
For real.
So some of you are like, oh my God, I can't get people to come to a meeting. I have some no-shows. I was getting people to get on a plane. Not knowing where they were going and what they were going to come see, or coming to, how do you say
What they were coming to see.
what they were coming to see. There it is. Come on, help them. Yeah.
Bless you with the helpmate.
They would get on a plane flying 2 hours, 5 hours. We have people fly 25 hours to come and see this. Everybody say how.
How?
I'm going to tell you how. I'm going to tell you how. The first reason, because I'm going to talk about the comp plan, because this comp plan, it took me, after we met with our corporate, we met with Mark Pentecost, we went to dinner. I remember we went to dinner, and we were talking, and we didn't talk any business at dinner. He was talking about buying a basketball team. Big dreamers. I'm like, man, where I been? These folk around here talking about they Bentleys. He's talking about buying a team. Anyhow, so we were sitting there, we're talking, and I said, this is powerful. And we talked about the vision of where the company was going. I remember that whole first day and a half that we were there, we were talking a little bit about their compensation plan, how the money works in the business. Now, I thought It Works, how many of us had heard of It Works prior to being involved in It Works? Okay, good. I had heard of the company, crazy rap thing. I was like, oh, that's one of those little cute little things. We make real money. And they were marketing. Like, you know, at one point, and I always go back to just kind of make sure that I never lose touch of what money is. Because you can hang around some of these folks and you forget like 10, 15 grand a month is a lot of money for people.
Right.
I mean, that's a lot of money for some people. It is. I mean, 10 grand a month, that's 120 grand a year. Oh, yeah. Do you know less than 3% of people in North America make 100 grand a year? That's a lot of money, 10 to 15 G's a month. But when you've been hanging around people that make 10 or 15 G's a day, it's kind of different. Right.
Very different.
You understand? Yes. So I'm sitting there now. Those of you, you know my story. I was very great in high school and college. I do have a PhD, public high school diploma.
You is smart. You is kind.
So we said how. I'm saying all this for a reason because I'm going to share with you today how you don't have to be this perfect human being to get to the top of this company. You don't have to have it all together. Some of you compare your offline struggles to most people's online controlled content. Your offline struggles don't have a filter you can put on, do they? Some of you cuss, don't you? Hey, man, look straight ahead. I don't know you saying. Hey, I get it. You saved and cussing. I get it. You coming through. I never forget. You know one thing that changed my career? I never forget. I saw this guy that I admired. I thought he could walk on water and glow in the dark. That's how they edified him. I mean, he was phenomenal, making 6 figures a month, all this type of stuff. And I qualified to be at this leadership event at his home. And I get there, and he's setting up some things for it. And I never forget looking down. You should be alive. I never forget looking down, and I saw his ankles were ashy. I said, I'm be rich. Ashy ankles, maybe rich. All right, so anyhow.
And he stopped wearing lotion ever since.
Influence. She alive. I got you. Don't worry. That's the Lord. Share. Okay. Then we're going to do it again. Go live. Y'all give her a big hand clap. Oh. All right, let me give them a personal message. All right, guys, listen. Make sure you join. Be a loyal customer. Not a loyal distributor, because y'all distributors ain't loyal. Customers. All right. I'm going to talk about 10%.
He's so right.
Influence. Everybody say influence.
Influence.
How do I get people to show up? Influence. You heard Amanda. See, you were missing a lot. I love that she trained on social media. Yeah. Some of you thought you was just going to slide in and just, you're going to be rich off social media. Until you heard, I'm in 75 inboxes a day. Look at you. Now you're like, I don't know. Yeah. You got to go on Facebook Live. Oh, child, I don't know about Facebook Live now. I thought I can hide from the marketplace and get rich.
Nope.
Influence. All right, here I come. Number 2, experience. One of the most powerful parts of that training is when Pam Ferguson said, I realize I've been doing it wrong. You missed that. See, that's experience. If you do it wrong enough, long enough, you'll learn how to do it right.
That's right.
Wow. You follow me? Yes. So experience. You've got to get experience. And number 3, work ethic. This is it. Influence, experience, work ethic. There's no secret to it. The number 2 earner is 24 years old. Don't minimize that. I remember I was in a company with a guy that had a 4th grade education. I talked to him today. He made $20 million in 7 years with a 4th grade education in another company. Right. But that dude has some influence. Right. Because while you were going to work on 610, he would be at Starbucks prospecting 10 people a day. Wow. There was something that happened the other day. Y'all on Facebook Live? Yes. Y'all on live? See, I'm trying to break you in. Because I know some of you won't go live. I'm going live with you. So go ahead and go live. So, huh?
Somebody's asking where we are, south side usually.
Oh, south side, there it is.
Or east side, west side.
So now, I never forget looking at how this works for your compensation plan. Because without this, the comp plan is just the comp plan. How do I turn this on, Mr. Fisher? Because I'm going to walk through this.
That's it right there.
That's it? Look at me.
Hold on, wait.
Well, I'm savvy. Technologically savvy. I'm about to mess that thing up. Okay, so influence. Everybody say influence.
Influence.
How do I develop my influence? John C. Maxwell says, everything rises and falls on influence. He says leadership, boiled down to one word, is influence. That's why they call them social media influencers. Now, on social media, you could go buy 2 million followers.
Right.
But you're going to make $0.
Right. Right.
Are you listening to me? If you want to monetize it, you have to learn how to build the audience. How do you do it? Through consistency. How do you build influence? Through consistency. Consistency has nothing to do with your education, has nothing to do with your background, has nothing to do with any of that. It's how consistent have I been. That's why you'll see some people, you can talk to a person about the business, they'll look at you and say, no, I'll get back with you. But somebody else talks to them about the same business and they join.
That's so true.
Why? Influence. Are you following me? So the consistency is what builds this. Experience. See, the reason why many of us don't want to get the experience is because the experience costs you something.
Oh, yes. All right.
It's going to cost you something. You ever see somebody that works out a lot? I mean, their abs got abs. Their muscles got, just. And you be scrolling. Who, him? Nah, he ain't got muscles like me. Nothing. Watch this. You'll be scrolling and it'll cause you to pause for a second. Come on. Stop acting brand new. You'll be looking. You're like, hold on now. What filter he? Now, you may not double tap it. You may not like it, but you at least look. See, that's what happens when you're consistent. Now you can understand. See, if you had an outfit. Go Ruby, you can buy you an outfit. Okay, there we go. Hold it like this. You good. I help you as long as it takes. Somebody that follows. See, I told you experience. She's getting experience right now. After a while, see later on, you're gonna be like, yeah, I know. She be walking around and stuff. All right. Okay, let me get to my comp plan. Mr. Fisher, what do I do here? What do I do? How do I get to the comp plan?
Hold on, let me see.
So pull this up for me because I want to talk about this. But this comp plan, I want to give you foundation. Comp plan works with influence, experience, work ethic. If I had another 2 hours, I would really explain these things to you so you understand that you're on track or you're off track. There's no shortcuts to it. You're not going to just luck up and get to the top. And even if you luck up and get to the top, it's going to take hard work to stay there.
Thank you.
You understand what I'm saying? All right, so now let's talk about comp plan. Because many of you don't understand your comp plan. You don't. I know you don't. If you understood your comp plan, you definitely would. You know, the money that's here, that vacation, y'all on Facebook? That was $2,500 a night.
Wow.
Yeah. You don't get to stay in the place and look through the floor and see the water and the fishes and stuff.
Fish, bro, fish.
Fishes. The $2,500 a night is fishes. That $250 a night is fish. $2,500 is fishes. Are you following? All right. Everybody say, hey. Slow now. All right. But all of that happens because of the comp plan. Right. When we were looking at the business, I was like, y'all can't be making no money over here. I was like, hey, y'all ain't making no money in networks. I would have known some people that's making. I went into the company and I'm looking at their top 20, top 30, top 50 income earners. I didn't know not one of them. I was like, who are these people?
Influencers.
I'm like, what company did they come out of? They're like, oh, 90% of them, It Works is their first and only time in network marketing. They've never done this before.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, okay. I said, so what's the income ranges? Yeah, what's the ranges of income? Let's talk about that. They start going through, and it's right there in your income disclosure statements. You pull up your income disclosure statement, you can see the incomes earned at each one of the positions. When you look at high, just know the high level income are from people that are building with the correct structure and requalifying. Everybody say requalifying.
Requalifying.
When you see low, those are people that bought it. Yeah, when you see low, those are people that bought it. Meaning they try to manipulate principle.
Can't do that. And last.
And you cannot break laws, laws break you.
Teach, sir, on today.
And so now you look at the high, you look at the low, you look at the average. Average means you're building, but stuff is happening. You understand? It's an S curve in business. You have ups and you have what? Downs. In marriage, you got ups and you have what? Downs. In relation, ups and everything in the business is up and down, up and down. So on average, you can see the average income. I said, cool. They said triple diamond. At the triple level, you're earning a solid 6-figure income. So how many people you got at triple? They said, we got hundreds. And that's how you said it. Hundreds.
This is Patillo.
Wow. How you doing in that little business? Of people at that level. Then we looked at triple, we looked at presidential. They said that's about $300,000 a year and up, or $250 a year and up. $250 million a year, that's $20 grand a month. I don't know how people get by in life without $20 grand a month. Honestly, I don't. I've been like that for the last 10 years of my career. I don't know. I got a PhD. Like 20 grand a month? Like if you're not making 20 grand a month, that's a lot of life you can't experience. Now is money everything? Absolutely not. I know some people got money that's just horrible people.
Right.
I know some miserable millionaires. I'm like, why are you so miserable? You got all that money. But how do you like to have the money and not be miserable? Yeah. How many know some broke people that still miserable? Yeah. If you could choose broke and miserable, rich and miserable, which miserable are you choosing? Give me the rich miserable for 1,000, Alex. I can figure the other stuff out later. Because life will happen. Everybody say life will happen.
Life will happen.
But what I'm telling you is if you get the comp plan understood and you start practicing what I talked about in terms of growing your influence, what was number 2?
Experience.
Thank you. Number 3.
Work ethic.
That's the comp plan training. That's it. I'm going to show you the X's and O's, but until you learn how to run the play. I wish I had a female way to say that, because I always give these little sports analogies. Really
We understand sports.
Yeah, we know. But I like to give, I'm ambidextrous in my approach.
Yes, honey, we know.
I want to give that other example. It's going to come to me. So we've got influence, we've got experience, and we've got what?
Work ethic.
So a part of it, the first one we get paid, retail. This right here is very important in our business model. But every other company in network marketing has a retail component as well. Me and Gail were talking, Mrs. Gail back there, we were talking, and she said, one of the things that's so compelling about the products, did you see how people, Tracy, were excited when we started talking about these products? Oh, yeah. Did y'all feel the energy? Yeah. Oh man, you put this and you mix that, you put your left foot in, you put your right. I mean, y'all were just.
Hokey pokey.
I've been in networking for 15, I've never seen this type of excitement behind products. Oh, yeah. Ever. Right. I mean, folks are excited about chocolate greens. Yes. Keto coffee. Oh, yes. I mean, you have no idea how significant that is. Okay.
That's my jam.
So now, come on, ladies. I know that wasn't you. All right? So this is important. Let me show you what separates everything. Let me tell you, from a compensation plan standpoint, why I'm here. It's the second way we get paid. How do I move this? What do I press?
Just the arrow to the left. The right arrow.
Look at that. See, you're smart. There's a clicker. Oh my, so it's like press play. Okay, got it. Got it. Okay, I got it. Experience. See, you know, in a minute I'll be sliding on through this thing. Now, I want you to pay attention here.
Who is that and why?
You can't make this up, y'all. I need to go back and show my phone. Next time you won't tell all of us.
What?
Yes, I am. Start the video. There we go. Okay. All right. Let me make sure everybody's here. All right, y'all with me?
Yes.
We got 10 minutes. Second way we get paid. This is what separates this comp plan from anything else you're going to experience in network marketing. Network marketing, by and large, for you to make some big money, let me quantify big, at least 10 grand a month, you've got to build a team of at least 500 distributors or more. I don't care what company you're in, what you're selling, how simple it is. Everybody wants it. Everybody needs it. We can multiply it. It can come from the side of the road. Whatever. You got to build a team of at least 500 active distributors. Majority of the companies, if they're real. Now, what separates this company from everything else is this part here where it says, come on, say it with me.
Loyal customer program. Loyal customer program. Loyal, loyal customer
Loyal customer program. Notice it doesn't say loyal distributor.
No,
program.
y'all ain't loyal.
It doesn't say loyal distributor. No. Why? Distributors, come on, write it down. These distributors ain't loyal.
Stop.
They're not. Distributors are not loyal. Don't expect them to be loyal.
Nope.
They won't be.
Nope.
You've got to know that coming into the business so you manage your expectations.
And your heart. Get your feelings out.
And the thing that I had to grapple with is how you not deliver on what you said you were going to do and somehow or another blame me for it.
Right. Seriously.
How did you mess up and it become my fault?
Right.
Wow. That's a whole different leadership topic.
It sure
We'll talk
is.
about that.
Lord
All my roots and above, we're doing a leadership summit. Now, loyal customer program. The bedrock of the comp plan is centered around customer acquisition. They acquire over 2 million customers a year as a company. Over 2 million customers a year. Why? Everything is centered around customers. When you get started in the business as an ItWorks distributor, up to 45% on a subscription. That means when a loyal customer enrolls, 3 months, 15%, 15%, 15%, that's a total of what? 45%. You get paid 15% on their orders for the life of that account. Okay, you missed it. All right, all of you have phones. You have phones. How many of y'all got T-Mobile service? T-Mobile. Ghetto Mobile? You got it? Okay. I went T-Mobile. It's okay. We work international. We don't kick into international. Our international plan is really off the chain. Locally, we struggle. All right. Everybody, nobody perfect. All right, Verizon. All right, Verizon. Come on. Sprint. Yeah. Come on, Sprint. Boost Mobile.
Cricket. AT&T. AT&T.
AT&T?
Yes.
All right. How many of you had your service for at least 1 year?
Yeah.
2 years? 3 years? How many had your service for 5? 5 years? Or more. How many of you had your service for 5 years or more? Watch this. How many of you pay your subscription bill every month? You're what they call, watch this. You're a what?
Loyal customer. Not a loyal employee of theirs.
You're a loyal customer. You're not a loyal distributor. You don't own not one piece of T-Mobile or Sprint or Verizon, but you use that service every single day. And every single month, you're on auto ship. Uh-oh, here it is. Every single month, you pay that bill, right? You follow me? That's what this is with your business. When you enroll a customer, me and Mrs. Gill, we didn't have the training of our life back there just talking about y'all. We did some numbers. Where my notes at? Where my notes? Come on with my notes. Thank you.
You got some notes?
I got notes.
No, boom.
She wrote it for me. We were back there doing some notes. Because I'm telling you, we were doing a meeting in Spanish the other day. And you know, they would translate. You know I'm important now, so they got to translate for me. Y'all not having fun with this business, you're doing the wrong business.
Right.
But here's the thing, me and Beasley were talking about this. When they translate, you have to slow down.
Yes.
And man, they were translating, and I'm giving the presentation, and I'm learning as I'm talking. Right. I'm like, man, this is retarded. The amount of money we're getting paid to do what we're doing. I'll show you in a second. Write this down. Stay alive with 25.
Stay alive with 25.
This is 25 loyal customers. Let's say you. See, you cannot expect anybody else to do what you're not doing. 25. So you ain't sponsored no distributor. You can't go do no meetings. Can you go put 25 loyal customers on the books? Yes. Take a little bit of what Amanda taught about today. Take a little bit of what Mr. Fisher and Mr. Bees and all these trainers talked about today. Can you enroll 25 customers this month?
Yes.
Loyal customers. Can you enroll 20? Okay, you can't requalify your position. Can you enroll 25 customers this month?
Yes.
If I said, listen, you enroll 25 customers, loyal customers this month, I'll pay you 10 grand. How many of you would do it? So just understand, you can do this. You just don't have the motivation or the desperation to do it. But you can do it. Now watch this. So 25 customers at 25 points. That's 500 points. That's 500 in volume. Is that right, Ms. Dale? Y'all better ask somebody. This is doing part of my training right here. All right, so got my notes for there. So here you go. You put your customers on the books. Why is this so important? Because distributors will quit. Everybody clap for them. Clap for them. Come on. Now, they don't ever tell you they're quitting.
No.
They never come out and make a Facebook updated status that today I decided to quit the business. No. Quitting is not an event, it's a process. You don't quit overnight, you quit night after night. You stop slowly coming to the meetings. You stop getting on the training webinars. You stop showing up to the events. You stop talking to your sponsor. You stop your subscription. Shucks. You stop your auto ship. And then here's oftentimes what they do in the quitting process. They start looking for people to blame. Oh, the Thermo Fight X was on back order. I guess the whole business doesn't work. Throw the whole business away. My product was late. Oh, I gotta quit. Oh, they didn't start the meeting on time. I quit. That's what they mentally do, and they check out. But here's the deal. Customers don't quit as readily often as distributors do. When a customer likes those greens, they like that keto energy, that keto coffee, the wraps, they like the products. Oh, they stay on month after 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 month. Come month after month. Y'all ought to be snapping.
They filming. They recording.
Okay, y'all don't laugh. Y'all okay? You can't multitask. I got it. Okay, so here you go. This right here separates the Utopia program with the customer service, following up, sending free product, giving special codes. This right here separates your business from 95% of the other companies out there because they're talking about doing this.
Right.
They don't have the money to put it in place.
They sure don't. It's already done over here.
Over here, it's already in place.
Yep.
You can go to the corporate office and see the Utopia department yourself. But you still have to go what? Enroll your customers. 25 to stay alive? You want your business to stay alive? Put on 25. You've already told me today if I was going to give you 10 grand, you would do it.
The business will pay that.
Okay, I thought that was a done deal.
That's a done deal.
That's a done.
Now, that's the second way we get paid. Third way, and this is probably one of the most misunderstood ways of how we get paid. Come on. Turn it around. Right? I pressed it. Nobody showed up to my meeting. All right, watch this.
Can you do that for me, please? I need y'all to handle that.
I did that before. No, it didn't work.
Tracy got you, bro.
He got me? Okay, cool. So the third thing is the what? Fast start bonus. Let me talk about this real quick. I had a team of folk that were asking, so people don't get paid until they get customers. I said, if that was the case, that would be great, but that's still not the case. So let me give you an example how the fast start bonus works, how you get paid multiple ways on this third way. Let me take this jacket off. Doesn't mean I'm about to work. Okay, so now, the fast start bonus, this is how it works here. I want you to understand there are a couple of ways of how this actually pays. So when you enroll a distributor, let's say you enroll John, and John is a distributor. Remember, he's not loyal. You got it?
Y'all better catch on to that.
John not loyal. John has a 72-hour window before he quits. 72 hours. I know John told you he's going to be the next ambassador. I got it. I know John told you, man, you're going to make a lot of money because I'm getting started. I know he lied to you. You don't even know he lied. But he's got 72 hours. Now, let's say John enrolled with the $20 codes, right? $20 coupon. But you got John to boost his pack when he enrolled. Let's say John ordered 500 BV worth of product. Right? What do you get paid on that BV? See, I told you don't need to calculate. 15%. Right? 15% of 500 is what, class? How much? $75. Right? Come on, mathematicians. Right? Come on, check my math. 15%? Did you carry your one?
Silly.
All right. So you made $75 so far. Right? Because John boosted his pack. Had John not boosted his pack and he only joined with $20, how much did you make? You follow me? So some of you run around here jumping for joy because you signed up John with $20. What are you excited about?
Right.
$0 and zero volume. Why are you excited? Right. You don't have anybody sponsored until that person boosts their pack and enrolled their first 2 loyal customers.
That's right.
Until then, all you've done is sold a distributor kit.
That's it.
You're a kit salesperson.
Professional kit seller.
That's it. You're a kit salesperson. You're like Eartha Kitt. You have sold a kit. Huh?
And their website, they ain't showed it to nobody.
Nothing. There's no volume. So, when I get a person started, yes, they can get started with the $20 coupons or whatever it is, $50 some months, sometimes it's $100, but they got a boost. Now, when John enrolls his first 2 loyal customers, this will now kick out another what? $100. Right? So in total, bless you, you've made $175. What did John do? John enrolled for 200, boosted his pack for 500, which pays you 75. He got his 2 loyal customers, his aunt and his mom. Some of y'all so quick to go on social media. Have you enrolled your mom? Is your uncle, your brother, your sister? I mean, nobody in the family is a customer? You got to either be a customer or you can't be in the family. That's right. I'm just kidding. I'm just Perry Beasley-ing you. I'm just kidding. Right. Perry will make sure you eat. But no, here's the thing. Listen to me. Start with your closest people. Where do you grow? You grow where you plant it. So before I go public, I'm going to have private conversations first. Talk to my mom, my aunt, my uncle. My mother-in-law was my first customer.
Yep.
Our first customer. Then my dad. That was done. 2 customers, right? Day 1, customers done. Then I had our friends. They tried it. They tried to join as distributors. I said, no. You ain't going to do that. Come on, be a customer. Then they started hearing about all the success stories of people on the team making all this money, earning all these bonuses. They tried to slide over and become distributors. I said, stop it. Come on over back to the loyal customer side. I don't want to mess up our friendship. No, but you understand. So our friends, and then we had another friend, they, somebody was saying something about you got to check your friendships if they won't buy something. That actually happened. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you buying the products from somewhere else that you can buy from us. Now, either something wrong with us or something wrong with you. Which one is it? You follow me? Yeah. Now some of you, no, I'm not gonna do all that. Okay, you're gonna stay right where you are. In order for things to change, you must change. So, this is how the Fast Start bonus works. Once John and Diamonds and Above, once you start teaching this and recognizing this, like on our calls, we got to get back to recognizing when people get their first 2 customers. Remember when we first got started? We were talking about this, people got started, and we were recognizing it. What gets rewarded gets repeated.
That's right.
What gets rewarded gets repeated. So I'm recognizing people for enrolling their first 2 customers. I want them to get 4. When they get 2, it unlocks the comp plan. So here's the deal. What unlocks it is John enrolling his 2 customers. This is a person that you've personally sponsored. If this did not happen, you haven't sponsored them, you recruited them, or you sold a kit. And you don't get to these diamond above levels being a good kit salesperson. It's called leadership development. All right? So now that's the 3rd way. 4th way we get paid, Ms. Fisher. I'm attempting to run through this as quickly as possible, guys, but I'm slowing down so you can understand. How many of you getting some value out of this? Say, I am.
I am.
Okay. Now remember, what's the foundation for the comp plan?
Customers.
Customers. How do you unlock it? You do it through your influence. Word ethic. All right. 4th way. This right here is your solid residual or royalty check.
Yes.
This right here, do you know we've been in business 6 months? We've not seen a check drop on the 4th when we get paid.
Nope.
It's always decreased.
Always increasing.
Every single month, it's increasing. Why? It's solid. Why does that work? Well, we were once in a binary structure. Made millions of dollars. No, we didn't make it. We earned millions of dollars in a binary structure. I'm going to talk and use a little jargon here for the next 7 to 10 minutes. Hopefully they won't boot us. What they saying? We good? Now, if they start saying something, let's say something to me. Okay. All right, so in a binary structure, this is how it works. They sell you on this idea that, man, all you got to do is bring in 2. So you bring in 2 and you're through. Have you heard that before? It's a lie from the pit of hell.
It sure is a lie.
That's not how it works.
Nope.
It doesn't.
Nope.
Here's what happens. Let's say you enroll Susan. And let's say you enroll Amanda. Oh, this is a great story for Amanda. She just talked about the girl she met at the party. How old is that young lady?
She just turned 21. Wow. And she gonna be making $10,000 a month.
Next month? Wow.
At 21.
At 21?
And you,
all right, this is good. This is good. So she put in how many people in her? You said she put 100?
She brought about 100 people in 60 days.
60 days, 100 people. All right, watch this. So let's say this is Amanda. Oh, this is going to be so good. Everybody say, hey.
Hey.
All right, so this is the structure we have, and it works. The industry jargon is called uni-level, meaning you have what they call 3 legs or 3 lines. A leg is when you personally enroll that distributor. That starts a new what?
leg.
So I enroll you, you're a leg of business. I enroll her, she's a leg of business. I enroll her, she's a leg of business. Are you with me?
Yes.
These are 3 separate what?
Legs.
Notice I didn't say your upline. Uh-oh, here it is. I didn't say what your upline enrolled. I said you enrolled 3 separate what? Legs. Now, if Amanda was in a binary, and Amanda, oh yeah, this is going to be good. I'll show you how powerful your comp plan is and you don't understand it. So let's say Amanda, in a binary structure, remember she only got to build 2 legs. Right. Let's say Amanda enrolled this young lady, what's her name? Alexandra. Alexandra goes out and they put in 100 people. 100 people in the first 60 days. Isn't that good? 100 people, just boom, drop, boom. Now, do you know in a binary how much Amanda would make off of this? Let's say the volume from the 100 people, I don't know what it was, I don't need her to tell me. But let's just say it was, I don't know, 20,000 in total volume.
Right.
In this binary, guess how much Amanda in this example would get paid?
Nothing.
$0. Zero. 100 people hit the system. 20,000 in volume for the month. $0. The only way Amanda could cash in on that volume is she would have to go find another Alex to put on the other side. Finding an Alex ain't the easiest thing in the business, is it?
No, it took me a while.
Took you a while. Took you 2 years to find her. So, over here, Amanda is at a party. Now, she queen of social media, posting 75 inboxes, Facebook, you know, all the stuff that you probably won't be doing. Let's just be honest. You won't go show the plan 4 times a week, so you want me to believe you're going to inbox 75 people a day?
Right.
So now, for the few of you that would, though, you find Alex. Oh, this is good. Alex is on level 1. Are you with me?
Yes. Yeah.
Alex volume is 20,000. For the same 20,000 example. Here you made 15% if it was on level 1. Come on, mathematicians. 15% of 20,000. Come on, give it to me. What's the number? How much is it? 15% of 20,000 is how much?
3,000.
3,400. Who got anything else other than 3,000?
Who got a calculator? I can't.
$3,000. Now, you tell me, what would you rather have in your account? 0 or 3,000?
3,000.
Do you see why this is so strong?
Yes.
No more body
You
hair
are
blues.
one person away from a major explosion happening in your business.
Yep.
One person. Some of you may find that one person when you leave here today. Some of
Receive
you may
it.
find them at the gas station. You may find them at church. You may find them at the party. You may find them at the mall. You may find them in an inbox. You may find them at your house. But you got to go find them.
Come on.
The book of life says, seek,
Come on.
and ye shall find. So that's just one leg, right? But you still get paid on it. That's what a lot of people don't understand. That's why they've got over 150 millionaire club members in the company. Because you got that many more people getting paid on the volume they're bringing to the company. All right, let's take it a step further. Now, I'm almost hesitant to show you this part because I don't want you to try to hold your uplines hostage. No success. So, let's say this is you, right?
Right.
How many legs are you going to be building?
3.
3 legs.
Straight to the top.
There's something about that 3 and 3 days later. All right, so 3 legs. Your upline or your sponsor, you're one of their legs.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
Let's just say your sponsor. Do you know your sponsor can enroll a distributor and place them under you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever level they fall on, you still get that percentage?
So strong. So strong.
Did you catch what I just threw down? Your upline can place something but a person. So let's say your upline placed a double diamond. How many like that?
Yes.
That'd be real good, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Or a triple diamond.
Come on now.
If your upline placed $5 By the way, my upline has not placed one ruby under me.
Nope.
Oh, I know how you got to. You're up.
Stop it.
Not one ruby has been placed under me. And now watch this. So? I don't want you to leave here with that expectation for your upline to do it for you. I want you to leave with the expectation that you can do it for somebody else if you chose to.
That's it.
You follow me? Yes. So now, this is how this works. Your uni level, this check comes to you every single month. It's your long-term residual income. It's based on customers. And remember we talked about those loyal customers earlier?
Yes.
See, remember, when that Fast Start bonus of $100 is paid out, those loyal customers are still on the book.
Right.
And it gets paid through this part of the comp plan.
Yep.
You follow me?
Yes.
So it pays the $100 Fast Start, but every single month that customer reorders product, it's still calculated in this uni level and still sends you the check every month.
Yeah.
You see why I say stay alive with 25. That's why I want you getting 25 customers. Why? Because I want you to imagine you got 250,000 customers on AutoShip. Oh. Mm-hmm. 200, let's say you got 250,000 customers on. Now I know it's kind of, I get it, I understand. It's hard to kind of go out there, 250,000, I'm trying to get 25. He's talking about 250,000.
Right.
But everything that's big was once small. The harvest never looks like the seed. You can count the amount of seeds in an apple, but you can never count the amount of apples that will come from one single seed. You follow me? Mark Pentecost, when Pam Salva brought the raps to him 18 years ago, he wasn't rapping. He was in telecom. He made millions of dollars in telecom. He's got over 250,000 people on AutoShip. Well over 250,000 on AutoShip. Well over. That's how you have plane and islands and stuff like that. It's called subscription-based customers. You follow me? Yes. So, this right here, me and Mr. Fisher were talking the other night, and I asked him what his income was, and he told me what it was. I was like, oh, yeah. It's not affected by distributors coming or going. It's not.
Nope.
Other parts of the comp plan are, not this part. This part right here, solid.
Solid. Rock
Strong.
solid,
What
too.
do you mean? Oh, it's solid like a rock.
Solid like a rock.
It's strong. This is strong. Why? Because it's supported by Utopia, and you got price points that are affordable, and you got products that people want, need, and can afford. You got a perfect combination. You got to say, I got it.
Got it.
All right, let's go to the fifth way. This way right here is a leadership bonus. This is based on leadership. So this kicks in when you become a diamond. You don't get this bonus calculated in your income until you are a diamond that has promoted other personal diamonds in your group. These are people that from you on down in the team have become diamonds. This check, when you're building the business correctly through the right structure, is 2 to 3 times larger than the fourth where we get paid. Every single month. I think we've got almost 40 diamonds on the team now. First 6 months. We'll break another 30 to 40 within the next 90 days. Yeah. Structure is building it. Now, let's go to the 6th way we get paid. I'm not going to cover a lot of that because I want to talk about this here. Remember, I told you the number 2 way we get paid in terms of the enrollment of customers is the biggest part of our business. Remember I said that? Sure. Right. This is why it triggers it. This is when you go on what we call the coded runs. When you're building the business, you're multiplying your efforts. So in our business, we've sponsored a little under 60 people. A little under 60 that we personally enrolled, my wife and I. And 60 has multiplied into over 22,000 people in the system. Why? I'm not a kid salesperson. I'm not just selling kids. You got to learn how to take people from enrollment to engagement. So I don't jump for joy when they sign up. You know how you get the emails and stuff? It works distributed. I don't, oh yeah. I'm like, oh, who is that I have to now go develop?
Right.
And we take them through the game planning strategy.
That's right.
Now, this is how this works here. This is you. After you are what?
Diamond.
Diamond. This kicks in at diamond. This is why you got to hurry and get to diamond. You got to hurry and get to diamond. It's so much easier now to get to diamond. When we first got started, oh my gosh, it was easy then. Man, I was so confused for the first week because I'm like, there's no way y'all make this comp plan this easy. And these people are making this much money. That's right. No, it didn't make sense. Diamond, the average earning diamond is making over $2,000 a month. What's the volume requirement for diamond?
To hit it, it's 8 to 19.
8,000 in volume pays $2,000 a month. Y'all don't know how good we got. All right, so now you enroll Jasmine. Right? What does Jasmine need to do right away? Let's say Jasmine enrolled with the $20 code this month. What she need to do next?
Booster pack.
What?
Booster pack.
How many fish she need to get her 2 customers first? Good job, team. She needs to what?
Booster pack.
She got to have samples. She's got to have product first. We got to get her from enroll to engage. How do I engage her? I explain to her why she needs to boost. I don't just let her slide in with the 20. I'm so, man, I ain't got no money. Great, you need a $1,000 booster. Oh, y'all don't think that's real? Okay, when you go try to buy a house and your credit messed up, down payment bigger. If your score is 520 and you show up and you want a $300,000 house, do they say, "Oh, I understand"? See, because things are tight for you apparently for your credit. Things are real tight. I can see your revolving credit, your back. I know things are tight, so we don't give it to you 0 down. Do they say that? No. What do they say? We need more. Because you are in a position where we need more upfront from you so we can allow this to happen. That's my mentality. You want me to tell you to buy a $1,000 order pack? Tell me you broke. Oh, good. Come on, let's get that credit card. You've been spending it on the wrong thing. I'm going to show you how to invest some money. I'm serious. Amanda told you earlier. She wanted that wrap. She wouldn't have sold something. You follow me? Right. I tell them, hey, pawn your TV. Yeah. Pawn your TV. I had a partner of mine, I'll never forget, oh my God, I'm about to say this, I'm going. We were starting this business. This was 2009. I had been in network marketing at that point since 2004. I've been coming to every event. I was a professional note taker. I would go out and apply some, not all the stuff. You do some of it. They say listen to personal development. Oh, I'll be on personal development. It's easy to listen to personal development. It's hard to apply it, so it becomes education. Come on now. They say, hey, you need to be prospecting people. Like this is back before Facebook. Facebook didn't exist when I got started in 04. MySpace, they were doing music on MySpace. Remember that?
Yeah, they sure were.
Y'all remember that?
The background.
Yeah, in the background. Yeah. We took it from the voicemails on our cell phones in the 90s and put it on MySpace. Remember the voicemails you called? The music in it. Then you come on later. Hey.
I can't pick up the phone.
Or leave me a message, You send people on purpose to voicemail so they can hear you. Stop. So back then, we would literally have to go out and meet friends. We would start with 5 quarters in our right pocket. And we couldn't go home until the 5 quarters in our right pocket were in our left pocket. The only way to get them from your right to your left is you have to go meet 5 new friends and get their telephone number. So we would be at our jobs. You get lunch, right? I don't have no time. What you doing eating during lunch? When you build a business, lunch is not for eating. It's for building.
That's right.
Come on, say it again.
So what time am I eat? You drink keto coffee. You ain't gonna be hungry. See, now I know some of you, this is a little too far. You just want Ruby talk. I'm giving you diamond talk.
Yes, sir.
Ruby, you want to get to Ruby, $500 a month? What I'm talking about right now is not for you. This type of investment is not required. You want to get to diamond? You want to start getting to these 5-figure monthly checks? You want to start turning your monthly income to your weekly tithe check? When you start getting messages from the accountant at the church, Mr. Wilkins, thank you so much for your contribution. Oh, yeah. We wanted to make sure there was no error in this deposit that just came through. No, ain't no error. No, that 10G, that's fine. Yeah. Like you want to tithe more to the church than what people make all year. I know you can't clap for that. Yeah. I'm so serious about that. Now, this coming from somebody that was not a tither. I'm talking about your comp plan. I am. This is the comp plan. We get out there. There's no Facebook. No Instagram. Moving quarters. Meeting people. I'm at Denny's, IHOP, Walmart. Ooh, you know, when you down to that last little quarter. You can't find no friend. Always go to Walmart. Ooh, ain't nothing like Walmart at 10:30 at night. All type of Sodom and Gomorrah, man. But you always find the right somebody in there. You follow me? And so we'll be prospecting. Prospecting. We didn't have the money to start that business. I was going through a tough time financially. I didn't even have $150 to pay the light bill. We just had Chandler. Mortgage was 2 months behind. That's up for foreclosure. One of the cars was up for repossession. Chandler had just showed up. I had just gotten laid off from my job. This is why I had an issue with Luby's for so long. Because I never forget, I took a late lunch. I've been working, took a late lunch. I was an account manager. Inc. 500 company. I'll never forget the guy. You remember Telecheck? Yeah. You remember Telecheck? Yeah. So I was working for the owner of Telecheck. He owned another company. See, he started off selling the little Telecheck machines. Right. He ended up buying 90% of the business. Became a multi-millionaire. He right here in Houston, over in River Oaks. I ended up going to work for one of his companies. I go to lunch late. Lunch was like at 1 o'clock. I ain't going to lunch till 3 because I'm working close out of campus. I get to Luby's. I'll never forget, right off 16. Get in Luby's. Get my little Luann. Is it a Luann? Yeah. You know the fish. Ain't no fish like that Luby's fish. I don't know. What type of fish is that? That ain't no codfish. That is square fish. I ain't never seen no codfish. You can't, how come you ain't never seen that fish nowhere else? You saying it all the time, it's codfish. I had codfish and popcorns. Fishes, there you go. I get my whatever fish it is. I get my mac and cheese and my little green beans and my little roll. I was drinking soda back then. Right. So I had my little soda, and I'm going back to work. I didn't even eat it there. I ran into a high school friend of mine, a guy named Rashad Lewis. I'll never forget. He used to play professional in Seattle. He got his first check in Seattle and then Orlando. Got a couple $100 million. Yep. He saw me, hey, Chair, da-da-da. He paid for my lunch. I was like, man, I like the way that feels. I like to be able to pay for people's lunch. It was only like $10, but he paid for it. So I get back to the office. All the lights is off. I'm like, now I left here. All the lights were on. wiping their tears. What's going on? I'm walking back in. And I'll never forget, I saw the owner. He saw me, I saw him. And he saw me seeing him. Like all the people, because they had basically shot everybody. And I'm the last little one. Everybody dead. I'm walking in alive. So they had put all their guns away. They saw me, they're like, oh no. So the owner, Kurt Taylor, went back around the corner, and the VP and my boss, operations manager, was still standing. So I'm looking around at all the casualties. All the dead families, dreams and hours and salaries. I'm looking around like, oh my God, what's going on? And I'll never forget, this one I was so sold out on network marketing. I saw what I used to always hear speakers and people talk about. I saw a box on my desk. I'm like, whoa! What is this? I'm like, this is really in real life. This is how this works. They really put all your stuff in a box. I said, oh man. I wish I could have gone Facebook Live. But I wasn't even mad. I wasn't even bitter. I wasn't upset because I had been working on this little network marketing thing. I had a little over 20 grand saved on my little part-time thing. See, they weren't prepared. I had been prepared. So I put all the stuff in the box and I walked out. Never to be seen again. I'm talking about your conflict. Right. Remember I told you, influence, experience,
Work ethic.
That's the only thing that's going to separate you. You will hear from different stories of people. We were at conferences, a young lady said, I was on heroin. Oh, is she a triple or presidential? She's a presidential. Anna, so they both was. And look at you, trying to figure out what's wrong. None.
Right.
Influence, experience,
Work ethic.
You could be at a party. You could have been at the same position for the last 2 years. You ought to work with me from my cell phone. Okay. And just like that. Influence, experience,
Work ethic.
So you get another what?
80.
What's the total, class? $255. You follow me? But watch this though. These loyal customers, remember, they're on a subscription. Let's say they're ordering 60 BV. They're on your first level, 15% of 120 BV. It doesn't stop there. Jasmine, you go do a meeting for Jasmine. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
This ambassador Her and her whole organization are in your diamond code. So when they're enrolling 1,000 new distributors a month, you're making $80 every time they enroll 2 loyal customers within their first 30 days. 80 times 1,000 is how much, class? $80,000. That's how you have the number 2 earner that's 24 years old. Influence, experience, work ethic. This is how it works. Now watch this. You mess around, go to double diamond, right? And you enroll some more distributors. Now you're getting 120 when they get their 2 loyal customers within their first 30 days. Are you listening? This is why when I enroll you, you boost your pack, get your 2 customers, set up your home meetings.
That's it.
Enroll you, boost your pack, get your 2 customers, set up your home meetings. Why am I setting up your home meetings right away? Because it doesn't take a lot of time to ramp you up. I don't have to teach you how to go get this and how to go do that and how to buy it. I don't have to do, we can get to that. But right now, let's boost. Let's get your 2 customers. Let's set up a home meeting. Nobody showed up? Great. This is a part of our story. Oh, y'all laughing. Okay. Y'all ever heard of this little guy named Tyler Perry?
Oh, yeah.
You ever heard of him?
And his first play.
Yeah. Guess how many people showed up to his little play?
The first time.
His first time. Now, this is more egregious. He done say, see, I'm using the right language. He done saved. See, that's how you know it hurt when a person tell you, I done saved all my money. He took his income tax money, savings money, slept in cars to take all this money to invest in starting this theater play. He's expecting hundreds of people to show up. He's rented out the auditorium, paid for marketing, been promoting. And 30 people show up to a play that he thought 1,000 would be there. He back there crying, in tears. Like, oh my God, this is such a failure. Somebody told me, no, just go do it anyway. Goes out, does the show. One of the 30 people was a movie producer and connected to a guy named Bishop T.D. Jakes. He fell in love with the play and invested into Tyler Perry's deal. You remember a couple of years ago when Tyler went and gave Bishop Jakes $1 million? Oh, yeah. It's on YouTube. You can go look at it. He gave him $1 million. So when I have no shows, I get excited. I'm like, see, I know 95% of you will never feel the pain of a no-show. Therefore, you will never be able to look down at some fishes. All right, this is our plan. Give it up for the Cal plan. All right, so we're close to over time. I really, there's so much more to cover on this. So here's what I'm going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, on our same Zoom line. I'm going to cover this particular training in depth for an hour.
All right.
I'm going to talk about it. Some of you need a refresher of what we talked about. How many got some value of the comp plan today? I want you to pack out that Zoom line tomorrow, 8 p.m. I'm going to cover the comp plan, specifically 1 through 7. The 7th way is when we talk about the incentives and all of those types of things. I will cover that tomorrow, really give some in-depth training. But we're grossly over time. We're supposed to be out of here at 2 o'clock. Thank you so much for staying. Give yourself a round of applause.
Hey, congratulations to those of you who stayed on, man. This is exciting. And we'll see you guys at the top.
So consider yourself blessed that you just got paid overtime. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, God bless you, God bless your families, God bless your dreams. Book out your in-home